to episode 499 of the Super Ultra Podcast Arcade for July 26, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel Nicholson, and with me is my co-host, Dominic Stallworth. What's going on this week, Dominic?
Man, there's been a lot of sadness in the Hollywood, man, the entertainment world, I should say. Like actor Malcolm Jamal Warner, people know him really as Theo, man.
Yeah.
He's been in shows. I think most of my mom watched. I think my sister watched maybe too. And 911, the 911 shows, I know he was in them. And like
okay.
I don't know if he was a regular though. He didn't start out on it. Seen him in the episode, and he was he died like in Costa Rica, man. It was yeah, that was sad. Like that was the first death I heard. And then days later, Ozzy Osbourne passed away, which we all knew he was sick for a while. But he passed away, and then days after that, Hulk Hogan passed away. He died. And what did he die of?
Sounded like he was in poor health for a while. I saw a lot of like headlines about how his daughter, was talking to him about he needed to do something about something, but I don't know what the official cause of death is for him.
Yeah. So like people who like really iconic, it feels like people know, like just passed away all last week. So it's like, man, it's been crazy. It's been me as far as that, like it's like death at the death that like with Hulk Hogan, it's like a little complicated. Look, it's like people in wrestling, we all knew it, like we liked them. Man, it's like later years, that's where things get complicated. The recording of him saying some racial stuff there, but overall, I mean, people will say like, they enjoyed him as entertainment and stuff and things like before that. Yeah, he was one of those entertainers. Like he was basically almost like he was like he was iconic wrestling figures for a very long time.
Absolutely. He was
like ever.
He was the guy before The Rock became, the big Hollywood star. He was probably the biggest household name.
Yeah. So it like everybody knew Hulk Hogan. Like this, he was a guy. Yeah, he was a guy. Like if you didn't watch wrestling, you knew Hulk Hogan. Like he was you that's the name you know.
Yeah.
And like with Ozzy, well, I don't listen to Ozzy music. I mostly know Ozzy Osbourne because of Osbournes. That's where I know him from. And I didn't watch that show either, but that show was a hit. So you knew of it because that was like MTV just blew the fuck up when that like MTV was already just like a young person, but it like the ratings just went way high with the Osbournes. And that was really like the start of like reality show. Like they were kind of at like it's like with Simpson and what was that show called? I forgot what it's called. With Jessica Simpson and
what was that with Nick Lachey and or Jessica Simpson?
Like their show, their show was like near the beginning and stuff, and it was getting kind of like out there basically because of that tuna fish, chicken of the sea shit. But then like the Osbournes, like that's when I think that's like almost like that's when it became really huge. Like, and everybody was doing reality shows. The Osbournes was probably like the biggest one until the Kardashians. Like I don't know if anything. I'm trying to think. Was anything bigger between the Osbourne and Kardashians when the Kardashians came out? And
no, not in that vein. I mean, you could consider like the Real World, which is it's not the celebrity thing, but it's it's a reality show.
Yeah, well, I guess well, celebrity reality is the Osbournes, and then like the Kardashians, which Kardashians. See, what difference is that? Difference is that Kardashians basically famous because of their reality show. Well, Ozzy, he was a singer. I mean, a rock star, man. So he was known. He got known to a bigger audience because of the Osbournes. I will say that, and his family. But like he was something else. While Kardashian is basically famous for being famous, almost. You know what I mean? Like it's like really, really, like most people ask, "Oh, how the hell sex?" But he really just helped one of them, and then then the family just got in with the show. But anyway,
hey, real quick, Dominic, you keep cutting out on my end, and I don't know if it's me or you. But
let me
the Discord light up thing seems to be going away when I'm not hearing you also. So maybe check Audacity and see if it looks like your voice keeps dropping out.
No, hold on. I gotta.
Sure.
Well, I'll have to stop it then.
Okay.
All right. I'm about to. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Stop. Let me see.
I'll just Craig keep recording anyway.
I don't know. I'm not really hearing myself cut out. Hold on. Let me do it. Okay. Did it just start doing it? Because I'm to the beginning and I'm not hearing my.
Like from the beginning, it would you sound fine, and then it would just kind of go away and then come back, almost like if we were losing internet connection or something like that. That's why I wasn't sure if it was me, losing connection or something. Because you weren't doing that earlier. It was literally just once we started recording.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it cut out. All right. I guess we'll start again on this recording. All right.
Gonna select behind where we stopped and then start there. Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let me see a bit if I can see what's going on here. And okay. So yeah. I just say, oh well, yeah, man. It's been a sad week. So as far as like that, and yeah, but yeah, it's been crazy. But other than that, though, and they talk about some other crazy stuff that's been happening, like in sports. I'll get to baseball real quick. Orioles. I mean, I talked about before. They are not look like they're not going to be making the playoffs or anything unless they're going to win a whole bunch of games. Especially after yesterday, we played the worst team in baseball, and Orioles came out, hit 4 home runs. 4, unfortunately, they're all solo, but still, I mean, which is fine. That's just to be you start off 4-0, basically, real early. Then Colorado came back, and Colorado ended up winning. And this is the worst team in baseball, and it's what the fuck? It's okay, it's not so much losing to Colorado. I mean, even the worst team wins some games, so it's whatever. And then we're not that good this year, but you had you would just knock it out the park. People, the people, I think only one of them was a guy who hits home runs. He was a good player. The other guys are kind of fairly new, or they weren't doing good. One guy was just his third home run, maybe. Another guy was on second. And the last time he had a home run, it was when a pitcher was pitching. So he got his first, like, I guess people would say legit home run. So
Yeah.
like everything was starting out good. It's like, oh yeah, good. To say, hey, at least we're beating the team. So, I mean, okay, you might as well get on it. But darn, and that was it. And it's like then Colorado, they hit home runs, and then they hit like I think they had 3 home runs, 2 or 4 or five. Maybe he did hit on them. I think we hit on them. I think because I know we had 5, and maybe I forget how we got it. But it was crazy. It was like darn. We always has been happening all year. Like we'll start off winning some games, especially recently. We be winning, but then we just lose the lead, and it's come to the point where it's like, damn, you can't even be comfortable like with anything. I mean, at least they're like you just how on fire we were starting. It's just so weird how and how we lost that game. Like it's like, come on, Colorado, they suck. It's like we beat them now. We should just and it's like, what the fuck? And then we'll always remind you, like, no, we suck this. Like, let us just let this team come back and beat us. And that's like, darn, that's disappointing. Other than that, like right now, like at the top is pretty close. Like there are quite a like maybe like 4 or 5 teams that have won 60 games. So I know in the National League, it's like the Dodgers, between the Dodgers, Cubs, and who are up there because I don't know who won yesterday, but I know they were 60-win teams. And then on the American League, you got Detroit. Detroit is looking bad recently. They won over the 60 games, but they haven't looked good like in the last 10. I think they lost like 10 of the last 11 or something. Like they had a nice little lead, but now Toronto now with over 60 some wins, and they I know the Yankees are in second behind Toronto, but they were like 4.5 back or something like that at one point. Was there another team that won 60 games in the American League? I'm not sure. I know the Mets and Phillies in the National League I don't know if both teams won 60 games or they're like at 58 or 59. They were both close to each other. So they're either almost there or they are. Um, but yeah, it's like no one's dominated though. Nobody's like so far as dominate as in like the whole league. Maybe like there, and then it seems like there's like 2 teams at least dominating in a division. Well, except for Detroit. I think Detroit has a nice league. Like their division sucks. Like Cleveland's not doing good, Twins aren't doing good, and the White Sox are one of the worst teams in the American League.
Oh wow.
And Houston's doing good. Yeah, Houston they came up doing good. I think they little lead on their teams though. So like I see Houston going right back. Houston's been, you know what? It's not really a dynasty, but they've been consistent. I mean, you could talk about the cheating from back then, but I know they haven't been doing it recently, and I know they didn't do it when they won the last. But they've been consistently going to the playoffs, and even when they got rid of some top guys were going to other teams. They kept their little guy. What's his name? Forgot his name. Used to play second base. I know they switched him to the outfield. I was saying that. But he's still on the team, and I don't know how he's doing this year. But he's usually consistent. Like he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Mm.
But the Astros, yeah, they've been good for a while, man. And of course, Dodgers been good for a long time, also. But but now you know they got like the biggest payrolls and shit. Well, they had the biggest payroll for a while. Dodgers for some years. So like based on that, it's like damn, they should have won quite a few World Series. But really in baseball, it's still hard to do that. Like really, like I said before, that's really to give you the opportunity to win. Like because you get you usually have the biggest payroll, you get to the most of the time, unless you just picking the like you just got the bad combination of players playing together, or you're overpaying people. That's the only way like paying people that good or whatever. But like you get to the playoffs. It's just about if you can just consistently like win there. Oh wow, Houston got whipped up yesterday. But Houston won 6 games. Like the Athletics, man. I guess this is like their biggest win. 15-3. They beat Houston. Good God. Yeah, somebody went 6 for 6. Some guy, yeah, Darren. Had 4 home runs. No, Astros had a day, man. That's probably their moment. That's their moment for 2025. I think our moment was because we had a big, and I already forgot it because I've already been disappointed by all these bad moments. Like I forgot, like we scored like 20, almost like 20 runs, almost 21, either 19. The thing is, we got blown up by like that too. But anyway, yeah. So that's baseball. But football. So football news. Don't look at news and shit like that. Like Donald Trump weighed in on the Washington stadium whole thing going on, like trying to get the stadium in DC. Like the DC Council supposed to do a vote, I believe, on August 1st. I think it is either July 31st or August 1st. But and he weighed in saying that they should rename the team back, get the name back to like have Redskins come back with the name, even saying how like the name, okay with the name, and also that he would like try to hold up the deal if they don't bring the name back for the stadium. Like of course, people who are for the name, a lot of them like really supported that. Like because they're always like in the DC area, like you hear change back. Like most people don't like Commanders. That's the thing. Like most people don't. They want the name changed. Now most people also. I mean, there's a lot of people who are like, we're not going to get Redskins back, but we don't want Commanders. Like Commanders was not a good name choice. But there are people, of course, people who want the name back. But I'm also moving forward. Like it's like, yeah, I like Redskins, but it's gone now, so whatever. I can't do anything about it. So I'm not going to cry about it because I mean, it's still sports, and I still like football, and it's still that's my team, and I'm going to root for them. Now, I wish they would change the uniforms too. Like I want them to change the uniforms. I don't really like most of the designs. There's only like they're okay. Like the ones the designs I do like, they're okay to me, but they're not great. I do want to change there, but other than that, like I'm going to just root for this team. I'm not going to dwell on something that I know it's not going to happen, and I'm not going to cry about it because it's first of all, it's sports. Like I understand, like in this country and around the world, because people with soccer or whatever sport you love, we love it, we obsess over it. But you know what? They play into it, and they play into it like it's and to normalize it, like that's a good thing, and people see it that way. Where I think you need to take a step back and like don't like. Okay, it's one thing to be like, hey, I was a sport, but also recognize that this ain't healthy. Because I feel like you should not want your president to be involved with anything on this matter. And especially I find it weird with people who would consider themselves more conservative or supportive of this president that they should be speaking against it on this, because if you're a conservative guy, you're not supportive of big government. So the government getting involved in a stadium and something like that, that's not what you want him to deal with. Like you don't want him. There's more important things to deal with. And people want to, and some people say shit like he can do more than one thing, and that's an argument within itself. But I don't care if he could do more. This should never be a thing, though. This is not important. Now I understand that people do put this importance, but compared to stuff that it deals with people's lives and that nature, like other things. that the president should be worried about. Like, there's more important things that he should be that are very much more important to the overall country than dealing with something specific for this area and as a sports team, about a sports team. No. So even if you want the name back, like, he can just do what he always does and just say like, hey, yeah, I think they're there. But to threaten, like, to stop the deal, it's like, yo, dude, get the hell out of here with that. It's like, no, I don't want you to deal with that. And for people not to understand that, or either people that don't understand that, because it seems like they always talk around that. Like, somebody will mention, but they'll just say, like, I want to say, like, they just want the name back. It's like, you're not saying, no, I need, so you're okay with the president doing it. Like it's not a problem. That's what I have an issue with. It's like, you're not seeing the problem with that. like the president dealing with this. I'm not arguing about you with the name, like, because I'm on your side. Now, there are people, and look, I mean, I'm not gonna argue with it on that no more. Like, I said my piece on it before, and it's like, whatever. Like, we'll just be on different side of the aisles what we think is racist and what's not. And the thing is, hey, they don't got the name no more, so, like, hey, you got what you wanted. And thing is, I'm not going to not like root for the team because of the name. Because, like, some people say either they're not root for the team or they're gonna say I'm going to team called risk. I'm not going to do that either, because it's like, it's not that big a deal. Like, I'm not going to just mean if I call it Redskins, it's like usually, like, because I've been calling Redskins forever. Oh, I'm protesting the name. No, because it's whatever, man. It's like, it's not that big a deal for me to go that far with it. Like, because this is not that important. Like, it's not that important. It's not. It's just sports, and I think that's another thing. It's like we put it so far into importance because if you think the president doing this is like a good thing, then yeah, I think that then at that point I'm like, yeah, sports, because you shouldn't see it that way. That this is like, sports is supposed to be something like you can love it. You can love it just like any other entertainment. Like either relieve us, like, from the stress. Like, people say they do it for the stress of life. Like, they then yeah, go ahead. But you saying like the president get involved in it, like, that's going.
That's not.
You
an
can
escape.
see it more than that. Yeah, that's more than just an escape. That's like a reality, and I think that's what a lot of people see it as. Like, sports is like, it's this part of our life, and like, because it's like, this team is my life, and like, look, I understand. Like, when I was younger, I used to, I wouldn't say I was like that, but I used to like, I see people who were like that. But as I got older, I understand, like, yo, that's like, for only people I should see who be like this, like, the rest of your life is just great. You know, like you're in such a great state in your life where you can just be this way for the sports team because everything else is all fine. You know, like, you just, like, it's like everything else is so great in your life that this is it. Like, this is what your life is. Cowboys fan or Washington fan, and like, whatever. But I'm like, yo, like, I can still be a fan, but not be obsessed or like stress or make it so my blood pressure goes up because, like, that's why I know, like, yeah, be pissed off like they lose or something, but move on. I do something that's fun or whatever. But yeah, it's yeah, that's just crazy to me that with people with that like the stadium thing, and with the stadiums, like, ideally, yes, I want a new stadium because, I mean, I'd rather for them to be in DC, to, like, within the city, because I always feel like cities should have that. They should have something.
Yeah.
Like, the sports teams, like, like, attraction should be there. And DC, you know, of course they have a lot of attraction because it's the capital, but the attraction of a stadium being there, and stadium can be used for. Yes, I like that, but also I don't want it to be taxed so much out of people too. Like, I don't feel like the city should put so much money into it unless the city own some rights to the teams. Like, I've always been against that. That, like, oh, we pay for it, but the owners still control most of it. Like, they can control if they want to leave. They probably have to pay the city penalty something if they do a contract under. but they can afford it. But you know how much money the NFL makes, and it's like they can afford to do that, or they're super rich, and like shucks, teams cost so much nowadays. Like there is no one ownership unless there are by one ownership. Like new owners, they are losing groups, but still, it's a lot of money, and I don't like that they have that control of ownership. If they do it, like, look, I don't mind cities paying if they got control. Say like, well, the team can't move. Like we own this, and we own this and the building, and like, yeah, you can't like everything else like control because, I mean, you could be like part owner or something, but like you have controlling rights because if you're gonna put most of the money into it and you're taxing people for it, I feel like they should have a say at least on it. Because look, man, most of the people you're taxing, they don't go to the games. They're not going. Like and some of them probably and look, and some of them probably even want to go, but they can't afford to. Or they can afford to go to like one game or something like, they get a ticket every now and then. But they're not seeking ticket holders. And then like the stuff you build around there, like you said, yeah, your big jobs, but it's not the jobs you build. It's not really for everybody. And then the jobs for like what most people can probably do, like yes, certain businesses will open up, but like the owners of the business, like that's good for them. But the workers who have to work whatever jobs they aren't like career jobs or anything. Right? Well, it's not. And then it's just based off like seasonal stuff, like because hey, football playing now, so it's big or something like that. Or every now and then the concert happens. It's yeah, I feel like I mean it's like it's good for the city overall, but like for the constituent stuff, unless it's good for them, that's why I would want it. But look, I know that won't matter. Like the stadium's gonna get built. It's either gonna get built or not built. I mean, I have no idea. It's gonna get built. I know they're gonna mostly pay for it. But like, it's like ideally, yes, I do want to see us playing in a better stadium because that we're playing now is pretty bad. The area, I mean, the whole FedEx Field, like it really, well, it's not FedEx Field anymore. Damn, what is it called now? I forgot what it's called. But it's in Landover. It was always a bad place from what I heard, but that was from like the previous owner, even before the owner we had now. I mean, maybe not the owner we have now, even before my last owner, like the other owner, he had it. He had done that deal, so they had to do it. But Northwest Stadium, that's what it's called, Northwest. So yeah, it's I don't know, like yeah. So like it's like I want it just because of the aesthetics. Like yeah, it looks cool to have and plus I have a dome. Looks good on TV. You know what I mean? And even though I don't live in DC, but I just know like even if it was Baltimore or something, like get a new stadium or something like that for any team or yeah, but I just wish we had more incentive, like something that was good for like the money goes to something that really helps people. But I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe there's something in incentives that happens here. I haven't looked totally deep into the details. I'm just not optimistic because of what happened before. Like usually when this stuff happens, it's not. I mean, it's good for some people, but you know what I mean. Like it's good for the people who have money. At the end of the. But regular constituents, I mean, like it's like yeah. I mean, some people they just say like, hey, I want to do, and they don't care how they get the money. But it's like once I learned how they got the money for these places, it kind of ruined that for me to the point I can't not think about it. Like say, oh man, I say like, darn, we pay for most of this, but they still control everything. It's like I don't feel right. But anyway though, yeah, that's really the sports. Oh yeah, my team. We have not signed our top wide receiver yet, so that's disappointing. I don't really know what's going on rest of the NFL. I'm like mostly, so I just hear what's happening around here. So any wrestling news, Daniel? I mean, of course, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Have they done anything for the Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, they gave him the whole spiel on SmackDown. They gave him the 10 bell salute. They gave him a video package. You know, they're doing their thing. They still treat him like he's, you know, was never tarnished in any way. There's a lot of wrestlers out there that have been, you know, there's a lot of people pretty much celebrating this, you know, because of some of the more recent things with Hulk Hogan, the Trump support and the racism and all that. And then there's been a lot of like pushback on that. For me, it's like he's a guy that I haven't really worried about in a very long time because of that. And if he's not on my TV, that's fine with me. I'm happy about that. When he came out on the Netflix special, it's like, get him out of here. Like I don't want to see him. Like I'm not excited to see him. I'm not celebrating his death, but you know, it's one of those things where I don't have to worry about him anymore. So it is what it
Yeah,
is.
it's unfortunate. Yeah, yeah. It's just unfortunate things like that happen. Like a person um you really enjoy, like, you know, watching and doing things, and then stuff like this comes out. It kind of unfortunately it taints it. And I saw a comment saying something like he apologized, but these dipshits don't care. And I'm like, why the fuck
Except
they
he
gotta be
never did,
dipshits?
which was part of the problem. In fact,
And like the
that's why a
apology,
lot
and
of the wrestlers didn't fuck with him anymore, because instead of apologizing, he went backstage and basically said like, "Hey guys, be careful where you say things, and you know, it,
well, somebody
be careful
somebody
not to
showed
get
somewhere.
caught."
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, see, yeah, I
Instead
saw
of
that's what I
don't
saw.
do the thing.
That's what I saw. That.
Yeah.
But somebody posted something that he said something to People Magazine
Oh, okay.
apology. I didn't really look deeply
Sure.
into that, but I'm like,
I'm
dude,
sorry if you're given the opportunity to
People
go
Magazine.
backstage.
Who the hell is like? It's only a few people that read People Magazine,
Yeah.
and you had to really search for that,
Right.
to find that. And yeah, I was sound like the one that I hear is most the public one. Really is like, yeah, like what you just said.
Yeah.
Because that's what people say. Is that when did he apologize? And then somebody said,
If
"Oh,
you're
Google's
afforded the
free," you know.
opportunity to go backstage and make amends specifically with, you know, people in your field, wrestlers, and especially, you know, wrestlers, you know, black wrestlers, you know, if they're coming out of that going like that wasn't good enough, then you fucked up, basically. You fucked up twice, because you fucked up being racist to begin with, and then you fucked up not even being able to apologize correctly. So like, yeah, it complicated, I guess. I mean, I'm not even a guy who grew up like in the Hulk Hogan, like, woo, he was the biggest thing in wrestling time. You know, for me, he was Hollywood Hogan, and obviously that did have a formative effect on my life. But at the same time, he was never the hero in those stories. Like he was kind of cool because he was part of the NWO. And it was novel that he had, you know, gone from this, you know, baby face of all baby faces to this bad guy. But I was never like, oh yeah, I'm excited to see Hulk Hogan wrestle.
You know, I'm looking for this. Like, I want to hear exactly what he says, because Google says his apology, released in a statement, that the language used was unacceptable and expressed deep disappointment in himself. Hogan stated that the comments did not reflect who he is. He strongly believes every person in the world should not be treated differently based on gender, orientation, religious beliefs, or otherwise. He further reiterated his remorse and pleaded for forgiveness in a quick interview with ABC News, attributing the use of the racial slur to growing up in an environment where such a language is commonly heard. Yeah, blah 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 blah. I mean, yeah, I mean, I feel I get that, but I want to actually hear the statement. Like, I just keep saying, like,
I
what
mean, he
exactly
can
did he
say
say?
all he wants that it's unacceptable and offensive, but to like have heard that and seen the context for it, where it's like, you know, you're just talking about the dudes your daughter's dating, and then the one where he's talking to his son, you know, in the police station. Like that's some deep seated stuff. That's not that's not a heated gamer moment. That's like you got some feelings about black people apparently.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's hard. Like especially a white dude. And because a black it was this black guy who was saying like rest in peace Hulk Hogan. I remember watching up and blah blah blah. That's what he said. I have no problem with that guy saying what he said. There's nothing wrong.
Absolutely not. No.
And then there was a white guy who said like, I'm so glad that you're black saying this. And that's where I got fucking pissed.
Yeah.
And I was like, why?
Thank you for your service.
And then someone said like, yes. They said, why? And then they were saying,
you know why?
So yeah, that's what that guy said. Yeah, these dipshits won't just. He apologized. Dipshits won't do it. It's like, telling black people how they should feel. It's like, look, I like basically, yes, I liked them. A lot of people liked them, but I'm sorry. I don't know how to even put it to where what he would have to say about you, so this can feel real complicated for you. I'm trying to think. I guess if you love your mother, let's say you love your mother, and he just said your mother's a bitch, and say, oh, man, I hate that bitch, and blah blah blah, and like some stuff about your mother that you. I hope you love your mother. You love. like how do you look past that and say, I still like the guy?
Yeah.
It's like, say, well, I used to like him, so I mean, no, you used to, and then you find out like, oh man, this kind of,
you were given a reason not to anymore. And
I like the idea of him. Like if I was like that, I like the idea of what I thought. That's really what it comes to. Yeah, I'm sorry, it complicates it because it's like, if he really feels that way, because like you said, it's not just a simple, like he just came out and said it, and like just said the N-word, like it slipped out or something. He went into detail about.
He was singing along with an NWA song, Dominic. That's all. He just, he's a fan of the music.
It's like, you kind of, it's like, look, man, I liked you a long time ago. Now, well, that sucked. I was like, I don't look at you the same no more. I'm sorry, and you're okay with that. And at the end of the day, you're okay with that because you're not black, and you kind of don't care. I mean, listen, I'm not saying you're racist. The person that's saying the commenter, but you're a little racist. but you are. I mean, you might be a lot racist, but I don't because I don't know you. But I'm just saying, based on your comment, I got you. You do have racist because for you not to see that that's a problem, and that him just saying sorry should be just okay. Like that's me, like saying that, like if somebody says something Jewish guys or something that was very like demeaning to them, and then I say, oh man, he just said he was sorry, so why you're okay with it. I totally get why they hate him for that. And I was like, that's kind of not a big look or something like that. Like this ain't a complex situation here with this though. I mean, it's not like how people are with the Palestinian and Jewish situation now. Like it's not a part where it's like you say something about Israel, somebody say, oh, you're being anti-Semitic, and that's against Jews. And it's like, because it's like, no, they're not. They just say something about a country, and what they're doing. There's nothing like that with what he said that you can just say, make it like I can just look past it. It's like he was pretty a matter of fact with it. Like it's pretty plain up there. Like it's nothing like you can really talk around it. And he's an older dude. It's not like he was a young dude in his 20s. Like some people, when who come in sports and stuff, you say, oh man, they did this in high school or something like that. Yeah, this ain't something like we looked in. This is something he did a long time ago. Like, oh, when he was real young or something. He's already older. So he's not going to change, like just change from this, like right now. Like if he had put like this, there's a lot of shit that happened between that time and whatever you say, like he grew up. if he didn't change from then to from that time to that, that's who he is, man. That's who he is. Unfortunately, that's who he is. I don't want it to be, but it is. Yeah, I wish I could like the guy. I wish I could like him. Well, I would like him like. I mean, I just like what I like about it is like it's not real. You know, it's like it's
Yeah.
something I like the character of him, but
Right.
the thing is with wrestling, that's who they are. Like they are their characters. So
That's the problem, right? Is there's so much less of a
yeah,
disconnect
it's not
there.
like an actor. Like an actor,
Right.
like with the Spacey or
Because we
well,
call him Hulk
I
Hogan.
guess
We don't
Spacey.
call him Terry Bollea and say,
I
man,
guess
I
with Spacey's
love his
allegedly. I don't want
work
to say he actually,
as Hulk Hogan, you know?
but like he said, Spacey, Cosby, anybody, even allegedly or did it or not. Um, you can say, or even musicians, R. Kelly and something like that, or with some people, Michael Jackson. You know, I don't think he did it, but whatever you think he did. But it's like I like their music. I like what they showed in, but it's not. That doesn't like that music doesn't mean like I support what they did or anything.
Yeah.
With Hulk Hogan's kind of hard because it's like that's who they are now. Like I don't call Bob Boz. I know that's his real name. Like I don't even remember. I don't know the guy's. I heard his name. I heard his real name plenty of times, but it never sticks with me because I know him as Hulk Hogan,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm sure that's what he writes down, unless it's like some kind of legal shit. But like he refers to himself as Hulk Hogan to people.
Oh yeah.
So that's what sucks is that with that. Okay, my fault. I didn't mean to cut you in on that, but
Oh no, you're fine.
anything else on wrestling?
No, I mean SummerSlam is coming up next week. They're building towards that, but we'll have more to talk about then.
Damn, man, they really needed to. Cause I actually like the name Bash at the Beach better than SummerSlam. I know they changed that.
I like
that
Bash
name.
at the Beach for like NXT, I think, a couple of times now.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You did tell me.
They've never gone and done the thing that I want them to do, which is have the pool ringside and all that fun stuff, like the motif.
Oh, yeah, the surf. Yeah. Because the surfboard is something with like a surfer with like a shark might have bit off of it or something. like thing.
Exactly.
Or like sand, like you said, like sand around or something.
Just I want them to commit to the bit. That's all. Like, give me the whole thing. I want the vibes. That's what I want.
Make it like a match. Like, I mean, I guess it all depends where you have SummerSlam at. But like, whatever's the closest beach is to there, like, have a match there. I mean, shucks, you know what? No, everywhere there's a lake and there's a lake or something. So, I mean, god darn, like if there's some place you swim at. So they can like do something where like close to there. Like they do, yeah, and they just wrestle like out there. Like it's a what's it called? Hardcore match.
Yeah.
Say who can keep the guy under the water.
Apparently they haven't used the Bash at the Beach name. They've used the Great American Bash, but they haven't used the Bash at the Beach name. That would be a great event to go alongside SummerSlam, though, to have your WWE SummerSlam and then your NXT Bash at the Beach. Like, I don't see why not. And again, like I want the vibes. Throw some heels in a pool. Like that stuff was great back in the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know exactly. Do something. You got to pin them in a kiddie pool. Yeah, they got the love blow.
Wait, did AEW officially use the Bash at the Beach name? See, because even that, I remember them doing something like this, but I don't remember whether
I thought
they could use that trademark.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. I would think that trademark would be all just part of the deal.
Yeah, and but they do have like events like that, and it's funny you mentioned the lake thing because I think they did something that was like beach related, and then it ended up being in like Michigan or something like that, and it's like, yeah, it's on it's on the lake beach, and it's like that's not quite it. But
well, that's all they got there, Daniel. Don't hate on those people.
I'm just saying you schedule that event for someplace else, maybe. That's all.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
No, you guys support the Lake Beach people, Daniel.
I really
Put
just
the
want
inland,
people
put the inland in the States.
ringside to have heels thrown into. That's all I want.
I'm gonna we're like an Iowa. Is it like a huge lake in Iowa or somewhere? Like, is there like do they have a lake where I can't see the other side? That's all I'm saying. It's like Lake Michigan.
The best lakes in Iowa include the Lake Red Rock. That says Knoxville, though. Is there a Knoxville, Iowa? Iowa Great Lakes. Okay, yeah. Coralville Reservoir, Clear Lake, and Rothbun Lake in Centerville. They got lakes, Dominic.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure they got lakes, but I'm thinking
Gotta
like
water the corn from someplace.
yeah, I'm sure they got lakes. I just wondering like how like big,
Yeah,
like I said, like I can't see the other side. like the horizon, I'm still seeing water.
yeah.
All right, so I guess we get to what we were watching.
Yeah.
All right, so we watched some big things here. I started watching Righteous Gemstones. I believe they had their last season recently, and the final episode. So I have watched the first episode years ago when it first started, and I liked it, but I just didn't continue watching it.
Same.
And that was like an hour, and I think it's normally a half an hour. Because I was wondering, is all these shows
more
an hour?
digestible?
Yeah, exactly. Because I was like, all these shows an hour? I mean, hey, if they're funny, and darn, I didn't realize it was that long. But I was like, oh, that was just a special. That's why it was an hour. I said, okay. So, and I knew Walter Goggins was in it, but I didn't know he was like a regular. But I've seen him. Yeah, it looks like I don't know how many episodes he's in, but he's in quite a few now when he joined like in the third episode, I want to say. Also didn't know the guy who played Jimmy Olsen in the newest Superman was his oldest son that he mentioned, Gideon. Like, because I only watched the first episode. So when I finally watched the second episode, you got to see his oldest son, because apparently he had ran away and like left the family, but now he's back. But I was like, oh, that's the guy who plays Jimmy Olsen. I said, okay. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny, and I mean, just like in all his shows, Jeremy McBride, it's like he's a pretty bad dude. like he's he is flawed, but it's like he's always seemed like he's such badly flawed. Like, oh, it's an asshole or something like that. And I'm trying to think like, how does he get better in this one? Because it seemed like this is almost on his what's it called? Southbound, or what was the first one called? He did the baseball.
Yeah. Down.
Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down. Yeah, that's
it. Or something like that. But because like he's almost on that kind of level, while like the vice principals, yeah, he's like you say like, oh, he's kind of bad, but you can see he's still trying to do good. And you know what, Eastbound, he was trying to. And this one, I haven't got to that point yet. He seems like just a straight dick. Really. I see more of his like redeeming stuff for his younger brother, the younger of the siblings. Really, the daughter, she seems like she's fucked up. That's it. Like his sister, she seemed like she's like she got. I mean, issues. I mean, that's, I don't know. Is it part of the family? I mean, kind of, because they probably just let them get spoiled that way. But right. Yeah. But also, it's like they don't treat her right. Like because she's like they don't give her more respect because she's a woman. But then she's also like she has issues too. So it's like at the same time, it's like, yeah, they're wrong for that, but you're also not a great either. Like it's like at the same time, it's like, yeah, hey, two things could be right, you know. But the show is funny. it is funny how they do this evangelical, church stuff and comedy and everything. It's pretty good. And I see why it lasts as long as it did. And it really, I mean, it seemed like it lasted a real long time, but really they had breaks because of, I think COVID was a big problem too. They had a long break between there before they could start back up. But yeah, that's really what it is, because they had some long breaks in between seasons. Because I think it's only 4 seasons, I want to say. It's either 3 or 4. I want to say.
That sounds right.
And,
4, yeah.
And it came out in 2019. So yeah. And I guess now we can talk about South Park. South Park, it did. They had a deal done with Paramount. I think they was still going to come on Comedy Central regardless. It's really it was going to be streaming. I think that was the issue. I'm not sure, but anyway, the deal is done. Now they got some billions of dollars for this deal, something billions of dollars. So, and their episode dealt with Trump. Like it dealt with Trump and some things that's been going on. But how'd you feel about it? How about you just go first?
I was kind of generally about it. Like, I didn't think it was a bad episode. I didn't think it was a great episode or anything, though. I didn't think they were doing anything like too crazy. I did like the moments like Randy talking to the AI, like we've been talking about recently, where people are forming like these weird social relationships with them. I think the Trump stuff as a stand-in basically for like Saddam, and now he's the one in a relationship with Satan. I think that stuff's pretty funny. I think I think their use of like the AI video at the end is actually kind of interesting with what all is going on with like the lack of regulation on AI now. And it's like, well, this is what you're going to get if you're if you're not making any sort of regulatory moves on this stuff. They can just go ahead and make these weird videos of you. So like the more I talk about it, I guess, and the more I actually think about it when we're discussing it, like I am actually more positive on it than initially I just came off of, because like first watching that episode, I'm just like, okay, they're doing the Trump stuff. Like the Trump stuff is so easy. He's such an easy target because he's such a piece of shit that like it's just easy. But they are doing it on a higher
our president.
level.
He's our president. Dang.
Come on. Sure. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think there is more to it. I think there is some more depth to it than I'm actually.
Plus, I don't want to get sued, Daniel. We don't get no money for this pal pass.
Exactly. What's he going to take from us?
Well, we're going to owe
We're
money.
an LLC, Dominic. Yeah. He's going to put the business out of business, and then we'll come back as a different name, just like all the rest of the businesses do nowadays. It's like his businesses do. So, what did you think of it?
Yeah, I liked it, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know you said like when you text me about it, you said it was like surface level. It was, but I don't know. I with it. And yeah, I like that they stopped the Mr. Garrison thing, because I didn't know how they could keep going with that and making him Saddam, basically what Saddam was. That's like, oh, you know what? That's a good move. That's a good move. Yeah, to do that. Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, I thought it was. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty funny. I do like how like now he's trying to find his place in the world, because it's like now his outrageous stuff and like his rhetoric is not so outrageous anymore, because it seems like everybody's just okay with it. I mean, not that everybody's okay with it, but people, they don't care, because everybody's just being that way. like your president is that way. What the hell? It's like he's like, what? Where is like he's like, what he's gonna do? Like, so I think that was pretty funny. And yeah, like all the things like you said, AI speaking on stuff like that, making people like he just fuck it, I give up, I'm fine, like that. Like Power Christian or something like changes like PC don't stand for politically correct anymore. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it, and I just find it funny that the White House actually react. This is probably like the first time the White House actually react to us. I can't think of a time that anybody did. Like Bush was made fun of. Like, I mean, because this I'm going by my age, and I can't go the other presidents because I wasn't really around. Like in Clinton, I was there the later years. I can kind of remember, but the Bush years is really what I really seen. They've done so much stuff with Bush. I heard him bitch or complain or even speak on it or anything. I mean, it's just to me. I mean, I always just thought that's what it was. Everybody just makes fun of the White House. I think the most thing that wasn't made fun of the White House was I felt weird, honestly, with that because I was like, are people that scared to really say something about a black man, or is it because he's the like the first blackish president and like I always thought like, and then I kept thinking like I don't know what kind of jokes you can really. I was like, because I think like what can be actually with him, to be done. Like you could have him with something, but somebody else, but not really be funny. It was like I don't know, but I'm also not a writer, so I was like I don't know, but I guess what they probably just said like I ain't gonna touch this. I ain't gonna touch it. I'll let the Republicans do some funny jokes at their whatever but they don't really have like a show or something. Maybe Fox has something funny. I don't know. Fox News. But anyway, but all the press like for Trump and them to even have a statement. Even if somebody asks you, Daniel, you just said like I'll just say like no comment. We're not going to talk about something like that. Like, but
you don't warrant
we all
commenting.
know, like Trump can't help himself unless it's the Epstein files apparently now. But yeah, it's like him to react saying like, oh, they're irrelevant, like it's something like that. Well, they say like they're irrelevant. They don't mean this, blah blah blah. It's like, well, should have mentioned, shouldn't have talked about. And like, I don't know if somebody asked him. Still, I'm not going to talk about it. But you saying stuff because I find it funny because like, especially I see other constituents like saying stuff about it. Some episode not liking it, but I was like, well, y'all talked about South Park when they were talking about Disney. Like even Fox News was talking about South Park when they did that Disney episode with saying Disney like when they had like being like Kennedy, the Kennedy lady, what
Kathleen
what
Kennedy.
What was her name? Huh?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy, yeah. About Kathleen, being like Kathleen Kennedy, just like her saying like lesbian and something like that. Like have a woman, gotta be a woman, she gotta be like everybody was y'all were all joking and saying like, oh, point, but whatever. But now they're irrelevant. It's like so they're relevant. They're relevant. I just thought that it's like wow, yeah. Say this is a joke. It's like I'm sorry. Like I said, like even if you're a supporter of this guy, like this, you should be against like something like that. You should like why are you even talking about? So why are you even giving like acknowledging this? Not important. Yeah. Like who gives a fuck? Like I wouldn't want none of anybody I voted for to do that. It's like why you talking about a TV show or something? It's like what the fuck? But yeah, the episode was good. It was. I mean, I liked it. I'm curious to see what they do now with these next ones, what they deal with. Yeah. So I guess that's it. I mean, besides the Fantastic Four, you didn't see anything else. You didn't watch anything else. All right. So tell me about Fantastic Four, man. Is it worth seeing?
Yes, I think it's a very good movie. Initially, I came out of it thinking like it's a very good movie. I don't really necessarily want to watch it again. It's not something that I'm immediately like I would watch that 5 more times. And part of that is just
Dan, you're too old for that. So that goes without saying. But go ahead.
Well, okay, yeah.
It's like I'm just joking. I mean, I'm sorry. that stuff. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with somebody actually calling me an ageist, Daniel. I can accept that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. It may not be right, but I do find that pretty weird for people who of a certain age still do that. I find it weird.
Yeah,
it may not be right.
Is
But
it just because like there's so many other things you could do to instead spend your time doing the same thing you just did?
Well, that and I just think that at that point in life, like you should be just satisfied. Like the only reason you watch it again is because you like if you understand it. Like to watch it back to back. It's one thing you watch it again like months later when it's on TV now. Like you can watch it again. But like to go like I'm gonna go watch it in theaters again because it was that good. At a certain age is like I don't know. It's not. I really had no strong reasons to say otherwise. Like I'm not gonna go argue with somebody over. But I just find it weird at a certain age. Oh, you do that. I just feel like I almost feel like that's like a young person. You doing like just watching it again because you love it. It just seems very like young, like what somebody younger would do. Like when you're older, you just that's it. You move on to the next thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's this. Like I feel like when you're older, you understand your own mortality, and you know you ain't got but so much time left. Why waste it on doing something again that you know can happen instead of move something new? Now, if you feel like that other new things are like maybe you like none of the new things are good, so I'm not going to
say full on nostalgia, so I'm not engaging with that stuff anymore.
But then at that point, then you don't watch Fantastic Four. Really, to me, you don't go to the movies no more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, but what I further to that, like even not an immediate thing, but even like when it comes out on streaming or whatever, like I enjoyed it in the moment, but I don't necessarily want to engage with it again. And
so
part of that, it feels like
I was going to invite you, Daniel. I was going to invite you to see it again.
Well, the more I've thought about it, the more I've thought like that's the way I initially felt. But I feel like if I actually did watch it again, I might actually enjoy it even more. Like I don't know. It's weird because I'm getting weird feelings from it, and I don't know if part of it is
that's okay, Daniel. I find her attractive. Silver Surfer was.
That's not even with that. That's not even a question. They discuss that in the movie whether it's okay to be comfortable liking that or not. Because of course Johnny's the playboy and he's a naked alien chick. Yeah, well, that's you put it in the surfboard, Dominic. There's a hole there. But yeah, like so generally I think part of it is just how doomy everything is. Well, ironically enough, then not Dr. Doom, but just everything is kind of pervasively, I don't know about sad, but like melancholy, I guess, because it is about they learn very early on that Galactus, the Silver Surfer comes and heralds Galactus's coming to the planet and eating of the planet, and everything after that is them dealing with not only Sue being pregnant and having Franklin and them raising a child, but also with this countdown timer basically on the clock. And there's also the aspect of, and I don't know how spoilery this is, it feels like a pretty integral plot point that is laid out pretty early on, but part of the reason Galactus wants the Earth is because he wants Franklin. So their solution, or they go and they talk to Galactus, and Galactus basically says, give me the kid and I'll spare Earth. And then they come back and they tell the people of Earth that that's what happened and that they are not willing to make that sacrifice. And then it goes from
I would have been like, what? You can make another one.
Well, they make it very clear early on that maybe they can't make another one because they were trying and that wasn't working.
Well,
And
you go with them. That's what I think. You go with them.
So
or you better.
it is very much contentious of, because at the beginning everybody loves the Fantastic Four. They're the first superheroes that have come across this version of the world, and they're very much celebrities, and treated as such. And then this happens and they're like, whoa, we thought you were here to protect our world. Meanwhile, you're going to sacrifice it for your kid. For one human being, you are going to cost, the entirety of civilization. So they of course turn very hard on the Fantastic Four. And then that's something that they, as the Fantastic Four, struggle with to kind of try and find what that means and how they can still potentially save the planet without making that sacrifice. So I think in a lot of ways the subject matter of this movie is a lot more mature than a lot of the MCU stuff, which is, everything is save the world stuff, but this takes it into a more personal route with the Franklin stuff. And I think they explore that pretty well, but it's a difficult subject matter to contend with, I guess.
All right, like spoiler warning, guys.
Yeah.
Question: How does he know about Franklin? Like, does somebody told him about the future or something?
Not as far as they've said. It basically seems like, the Silver Surfer can come and scope out these worlds and kind of do reconnaissance. And I don't know if he's giving off some kind of like energy signature.
It's
once
a she,
Galactus, sorry. Once Galactus does come, though, then he like scans wherever he's looking and is able to recognize where Franklin is. So he's giving off some kind of,
yeah. So Franklin's giving off something that,
yeah, it seems like he's giving off some sort of energy that is detectable by those two and not necessarily by Reed, because Reed thinks that he's created all these science experiments and he basically has convinced himself that Franklin is not going to be, any sort of mutated, human or, compromised in the way that they were by the cosmic rays.
Reed is not as smart as he thinks he is.
And part of the movie is that too, right? It's very much a Reed who is very confident in his abilities. And when he's confronted with the idea that maybe he doesn't have all the solutions or can't logically think through the solutions outside of, potentially just giving up his child, that, what does that become? Yeah. So from a more general standpoint, though, I think the movie looks good. I really enjoyed them using the Silver Surfer as a surfer. Like, there are moments where there's like flames and lava and stuff, and she is like surfing through that stuff in a really cool and like engaging way. It's not like she's just floating through thin air. She's actually utilizing these things to move. And of course,
but that's weird then,
because
in the comic books, that's what he did.
Well, she does both in this, so don't worry.
Okay.
You got that too. Yeah, I think some of the set pieces I think aren't quite as spectacular as some of the stuff we've seen in the past, but I think for the most part they work. It very much does feel like a more, despite Galactus as the villain of this, it does feel like a more grounded kind of story that they're telling here with this. And yeah, I think generally it is a very well done movie. I am actually interested to go back now, like the more I talk through it, to see how my feelings may or may not have changed on the overall kind of like plot details of it. but I think it's a successful movie. I think it works well, and for the most part, it is pretty logical, I guess, to kind of give it that much credit. You know, it follows a path that makes sense for the characters, and I like the way the characters interact. All four of them, I think, have display a very nice bond. You know, I'm interested to see where these characters go from here, because like obviously in this one Ben doesn't really struggle too much with being the Thing. There's like a moment or two where it seems like he's maybe self-reflecting a little bit, but you know, in a lot of the media I've seen of the Fantastic Four, it's very much Ben isn't necessarily happy with what has happened to himself and struggles with that a lot more. And being pretty early into this, you know, this is about 4 years into them being the Fantastic Four. It feels like those would be things that he would still be struggling with.
Oh, I see. That's. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. In realistic, but in comic books, because I gotta know like how much time passed. There be a lot of shit happening, and so maybe like he was struggling with that 2 years, maybe 2 years, and he's like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna be all time, and maybe they already had that episode when or like or whatever issue where he was human for a little bit, and they're like, oh look, I'm human, and he goes back to being, and then he goes back to being Ben or something.
I will say they do an interesting thing of, you know, it's been 4 years and they kind of just go through like some of the characters that they've already, you know, contended with and defeated. And so you have that bit of like, oh, hey, this is kind of an established world with established villains, and they have some experience dealing with this kind of stuff. So, you know, they're going to be able to save us when this next thing comes up.
So, like, is this and so this is not the same world as the MCU?
It doesn't seem like it is. I mean, the MCU is never, I don't know if they've ever explicitly said what their number is. I know that number is out there on the internet. But it does say at the very beginning of the movie that this is like Earth 838 or something like that. So they're very much distinguishing themselves
is
from
it Earth 838 current time, like so that their 60s are still going on or something?
It's a little hard to parse that because it's very much like retrofuturism, right? It looks like the 60s, but they've got flying cars.
So Fallout, almost like
sort
Fallout
of, yeah.
timeline.
Yeah, it seems like it could be that. Like because of Reed's scientific advancements, he's always struggling for progress, and it seems like this world is maybe it is the 60s, but they've progressed a lot faster because of Reed or something like that. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing. I was kind of expecting
the Jetsons
more.
The Jetsons kind of
it is very much Jetsons-y. I was expecting there to be more crossover between, because they made that so clear and because of some of the actions they were going to take in the movie. I thought we were going to head straight for like, oh, this is how they intersect with our MCU universe or something like that. And it becomes more complicated than that, I think, without like spoiling it anymore. Yeah, I think they do a good job of making this a movie that stands on its own without having to get into the MCU-ness of it, whilst also allowing themselves the freedom to then get into Avengers Doomsday, which will be, I guess, maybe the next movie, actually. Because I don't know what else, if they have anything for the rest of the year, as far as movies go and not just TV.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think the next movie is Doomsday, right?
Yeah. So, and I don't even know what that is anymore, whether that's like a a Fantastic Four meets Doom kind of movie, or if that is like Secret Wars, because now it seems like Secret Wars is maybe like its own separate thing, and maybe that's like the lead up to it, because I think in the more recent comic book iteration of Secret Wars, it's Doom that kind of starts that stuff. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the first one where it's Doom, and then this new one
when
is
the
Kang.
hell does Morbius and Craven come into the story? Like, when how are you going to incorporate them?
I hate to break it to you, Dominic, but that is when Disney buys Sony and then treats them the way that they did the Fox properties. So I don't know that you actually want that.
Yeah, because they still haven't done mutants yet. So
Which
I don't know when
is on the
the X-Men.
timeline now, right? I believe there's an X-Men movie on the timeline.
I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So I guess we'll get there, man. We've been stuff before video games. All right. Why ain't talk about video games, man? Shit.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
All right. So I did pick up Balacho on the phone.
Nice.
Because I was like, man,
it's such a perfect place to play it.
Yeah, it is. I wish it was like a side. I mean, I can play it like vertical too. I wish it was like a vertical look to it where they can do something. That's what I was thinking. I was like, hey, do they have like a way you play vertical? Like, how would that look? And then I was like, oh, they do. They honestly, oh, it's fine. But no, yeah, it is. I really like to play on the phone. I wish the Xbox would have had it where it was a touchscreen, which is so fucking weird. Of all the games they got, all these games that got touchscreen, that probably even not even comfortable playing touchscreen to me. But then again, I'm old. But this game is already on the phone, but you gotta have a controller for it. It don't make fun.
That's exactly why.
God, I just want to smack somebody. It's like go there and just smack them. Say, what's wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you? Anyway, yeah. So I was playing something Latro. Also, I've been playing some more Diablo 2. I'm really like it. Like, I really like Diablo 2. It's fun. Even though I don't like this one part where I'm trying to find this temple and going through this desert and find all these places. And then find places to go underground, but it's not the place I'm supposed to go. I mean, I could easily probably look on the internet, but I was like, I was going to play it. Mm-hmm. But I was like, damn. It's like, walk all around this place is like, but luckily I got cheats because I would really suck. Like, I got to keep save scumming or something so I can be all right. But then it sucks is that even when because I don't think the portal saves. Because I think if I use a portal, I can go back into town. But if I quit the game, so it won't be like I can get right back to that point. Only thing I could do is just do the quick. I can fast travel, but just get to the fast travel point that's closest to where. That's what sucks. So, because I was looking for the portal. I was like, oh man, that sucks. Because I'm trying to think. In one they do save the portal. The portal is saved, but there isn't fast travel. So I guess that was their way. Now I guess they're saying like, oh, we got fast travel. No, we're not going to save the portal. Also, when you go into the classic mode or whatever, it's just the graphics of the game that is like the actual gameplay that is like look classic, but the interfaces stuff that still looks new. So it's not total like redone. Like it's like, I mean, it's not a total. You can just go all the way back to like what it looks like in the classic. I guess they maybe because some things they just did they can't do. I don't know. I would have to play the classic one to know what exactly was it that's different that they probably couldn't do it, or I can call them lazy. I can just call them lazy, Dan, and just say, yeah. So playing through that, and also I been oh yeah, okay. Like I said, I was playing the Necromancer, and I mean, even though I like the Necromancer, it's just that now I want to play it with another ability, but it's like I got to start all over again because the Necromancer, I mean, like you can build like skeletons up, so it could be up to like 4 skeletons with you that could do melee weapons. You also can get four or three more. I think it's four still with the mage skeleton. So I can have like eight. I can have like 8 people just following me. Well, actually, technically,
Wow.
9 because I can get the clay band up. So I just got like this little army, and and then you can get out like a higher. But then it's like it makes things a whole lot easier though. Like even though I got cheats on, it's like now it's like I can turn cheats off. It still be and I was like, darn man. I said I kind of maybe I should have picked another ability then. I didn't realize this. Like it's been real easy with all these guys. Now I mean, yeah, my because there isn't a cheat for mana. Well, I guess technically there is a cheat, but it don't work for mana, so I still have to constantly take the potion, but they drop a lot, so it's not like I run out or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, like the skeleton guys, I mean, their health, I mean, they be lasting, like they be lasting for a while, and by the time they die, I can pick another one up. All I need is their body, and that's what meaning you go kill these guys.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, so I've been playing through that. I also been playing some more Ace Investigations, the mouse game. I'm on the second to last case for the second game, so almost finished that. I don't even remember this case either. I kind of remember. I know I got amnesia, who I'm trying to help. I sort of remember that. So I remember her being all band-aid up or something like that. But I don't. Yeah, it's like, darn man, I did beat this game, but I just like a lot of stuff I don't. Um, I I finished Borderlands the main story. Like I finished the story. The story overall, you know what? It's a good story. Like that was pretty good. Like I mean, yes, 2 I think is better, but 3 wasn't bad. Like I think that was. I mean, for as high like Catherine Jack is, the story overall was okay. Like I like the idea of the twins, and then you find their story or where they came. Like I didn't pay attention to none of that shit the first time I played the game when I was with Flip. All I did was just shooting, that's it. And yeah, but now like I actually pay attention to the story and stuff. This game is better than I thought. Yeah, it's still just it doesn't feel like a huge it doesn't feel like a 3 really. Like it does have some improvements, but it feels like something like it could be just like a huge expansion and something like that. Like it doesn't feel like a huge upgrade from 2. It's all right. I mean, it's more Borderlands, still fun just on that level, but it wasn't. It just didn't feel like like it was a really a jump forward in that way. Maybe 4, but you'll get that. I'm kind of playing. It's like a harder mode. You can go through the story, but character, but everybody's like your level, so it's harder. And the reason why I'm kind of going through that's because side has, and I wanted to finish it, but the bug keeps you from finishing the side mission. And apparently, this is a bug that's been there for years, and that's why people are they really getting on them because like Xbox just got this game and now that's really it's like this own thing. And the bug is still there. So it's like you had all this time, you know about this bug, and you still ain't gonna fix it. Like it's just like what the hell? I was like, what is going on? Like how you not fixing? Like people find somebody to play with, and like there's just nice people out there. Like because a guy was saying, "I'll play with you till we get the mission, so we can play together." And he said, "Okay." But I mean, I'm not gonna go through that. I'm not gonna go try to find some. If I get lucky, if I'm just playing with some random dudes and get it, that's cool. But yeah, man, it just sucks that like, darn, like these bugs that happen in this game, like it should have been fixed. It's like you should have fixed it when people first were complaining about it. How you not fix it now? Because it happened after an update, apparently, and I know people were talking about it, and yeah, it's something else that I don't get these companies, like especially these big companies. Like there's no excuse. There's no excuse that you shouldn't be able to fix it. I also play some more Outer Worlds. I've been playing that. I don't think there's really much more to say with that. Since I do got a new graphics card, the one you get, appreciate it. He definitely plays a whole lot smoother now, and so that's good with that game. But that game, yeah, I do like the dialogue and stuff is pretty fun. How these people are just like they're so invested in the corporations. They just like these guys, and that's all they really. Sometimes that's all they really care about. Like they make it so that they don't care about nothing else. Like if somebody dies, say, "Oh no!" Yeah, it's like an instance where they even try to punish you, saying like, "Oh, if you die and you didn't finish your work, we're gonna not we're gonna take it out your like funeral or something like that. You won't be able to get it's somewhere." It's like what the fuck. And then like I was reading someone like just like in Fallout, you read the computers and people have messages and stuff. I was reading some message about this like in this lab or something, and somebody said, "Hey, the lab, we have to I put an order in so that we can get a new machine because machine can't distinguish between a human hand or like some kind of ammo they're trying to cut up. So people keep using their fingers or something like that. And like the laser and like the thing can't easily detect it like that. I guess it can detect other stuff, not the cut, but the human hand, they can't distinguish and they just think is that. And say it keeps jamming the machine or something. Like I put an order in, but then like they sent back saying like they're not gonna do the money for that, and then someone said something like, "Hey, the next person who gets their hand caught in this, you're getting like some paid docs or something like that. If you get your finger in here, that because I'm tired of cleaning this thing or something like that." So it's like what the hell? It's pretty funny. How to like they make fun of the capitalistic world or something. But I find it funny that like somebody was complaining because they were talking about when the Outer Worlds was going to charge like $8. They were calling people hypocrites or something like that. Say, yeah, you get this game. They make this game that's about capitalism or something, but then they charge $80 for this. I said, I think that's pretty. I was man, I just don't never put that stuff deep with that.
I mean, really, it's fucked up, but they're the people making the commentary on that are also not the ones pricing that game, right?
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like I know that the writers, especially like the writers who wrote this, they had nothing to do with the pricing, nothing at all. So I like because you can do that with a lot of things, right? I mean, really, if you want to go that route, I mean, you could do that with TV shows that talks about stuff that way. If you want to go that route, then all of it is just hypocritical. Don't mean so. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, yes. Outer Worlds. Yeah, that was. Did I play anything else besides sports games? I don't think so. I mean, I always seem to come out and remember. You know, when I close out this thing. Now, let me look up one game like Game Pass to see any game up here that I did play this week. Games I downloaded but didn't play. I would have been talking about Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, but that game kept crashing on me. And I heard people having trouble with that. People a whole lot better rigs than mine, saying that because they say that Unreal 5 seems to not work well with like PCs or something. Like that seems to be a thing that people say that Unreal 5 doesn't run well. So like every time they see so now like people Unreal 5 is going to be in a game, they are cautious and scared because they're like, oh no, like is this game going to run well? But yeah, that seems and like that's why it's getting like bad reviews Steam because a lot of people they can't either start the game or the game crashes or something like that. Like it's like, but reviews overall, like people who actually played it, it seems like they're good. They've been generally good so far. For this game, it is a Dark Soulless game. I'm sorry, but I said soulless. I soul-ish. I mean ish, not soulless.
Soulless game.
It's
Dark Souls, but without any souls, so it's
yeah. But I'm gonna give it a chance because maybe hey deal with it being what it is because I actually either the story or something like that. While other games that's kind of found it boring. So yeah, I'll give it a shot. I mean, if I can play it, if they let me fucking play it, I did re-download. All right, man. So what you been playing?
All right, so mostly just more Donkey Kong and Tony Hawk. Talk Tony Hawk real quick. Mostly just the levels from Pro Skater 4. I jumped out of 3 and jumped into 4 just to kind of experience some of that stuff.
You're doing it wrong.
Well, I effectively got to the end of 3 mostly. Like I was in Tokyo, which is the last competition.
You have to 100% it.
I did not. Because they do unlock pro. The videotapes haven't been too bad. The Iron Galaxy logos have been a little harder.
Are the videotapes or audio tapes?
Videotapes.
Okay, the videos. Okay.
Yeah, they're videotapes because it's always like old skater tapes, you know.
Okay.
Here's their best tricks and best fails and stuff like that. So I did get to Tokyo, which is the last competition level. There is the cruise best ship, fails? Which is like the secret level.
That's what they call them. They call them the best fails.
Yeah,
the best fail is actually the best fails should be like somebody dying. I guess that's the most. That's the most you can. That's the most you can fail ever.
Yeah. Some of these videos, if you watch them, you would be surprised if they got back up, which they do, but it's surprising sometimes. No, those are always
bionic legs now.
Yeah, those are always some of the best ones. That's why they unlock them like last, because like that's what everybody wants is the bails and the
like the family, like how Family Guy when they be knocked out, how he always have that shape when they be drawn, like the way they draw
exactly,
like how they fall over and then
yep, leg over an arm over a leg, yeah. The Tony Hawk 4 stuff though, I wanted to experience that a little more since that originally didn't have the timer to it. Oh, and actually I went back and I played a bit of Tony Hawk 4 on the GameCube. Since I had gotten that set up to start getting rid of some of those games. I was like, oh, let me check this out. And I actually spent like a good 40 minutes doing a lot of the challenges in the college. And comparing those two things directly, I think they do a pretty good job of keeping most of that stuff. But there is a level to it in the GameCube version where just having the ability to skate around freely and then engage with another skater who's then like, hey, do this pro score in 20 minutes, 2 minutes. I think there is an additional layer of fun to that. I think they're
so they don't do that in this one.
No, this is fully, you go into the level, they have all the challenges ready for you, and you knock out as many of those challenges as you can in that 2 minute time.
This is not the kind of revamp then that I thought it would be.
Yeah, and even worse than that is some of the levels, like specifically the zoo. And I think I mentioned this last week because I just went into it in free skate. I still haven't unlocked it yet in the level progression. But that's a competition level now. So it's literally like your goals are to get the highest score. You don't have any of those goals that were previously established in that game. And that's, I think that's unfortunate. Those are the ones where I'm really like, man, they really took something away from this. Now, on the flip side of that, they did add a couple of new levels. I think I've only experienced one of them so far, which is the water park, which is a lot of fun. I really like it. I think it it's clearly designed with the intention of being one of these 2-minute levels, even though it is placed in the progression of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. But it is very manageable. And that's not to say that like the college isn't manageable or whatever. San Francisco is not manageable, but it very much feels more consolidated and condensed. It allows you to get around the entire level without really having to worry about like any sort of time constraints or anything like that. And I think it's really well designed. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of like weird, swirly, what are they called? Water slides to slide down and grind along and jump off of. And I think that stuff's a lot of fun. Yeah, and overall, I think this is a fine experience. I really just wish they would have been a little more faithful to Tony Hawk 4. And that's not to say like, some of the more like doesn't age well humor. And I've really in the college level, at least, again, I only played the one level on the GameCube. There isn't too much of that. Like Ollie, the homeless bum or whatever is maybe a little passe in 2025, but to just, change the name of the character or whatever, I don't think you lose much there as far as
is
what
he
you
still
get
homeless?
No, he's Ollie the magical unhoused bum or whatever like that. So like that's a character that at least so far I haven't really seen in this updated version because you aren't interacting with NPCs really. But I think having the NPCs out in the world makes it a little more lively and makes it feel a little more of a world and a level than just, getting dropped into this city that somehow looks exactly like it's got vert ramps and stuff everywhere. It's architecturally not the way our cities are normally set up. And it just feels, a little disconnected from reality. Not that I'm looking for like reality. It makes them less lived in and therefore a little more sterile, I guess, is what I should say. So yeah, that's Tony Hawk. Still having a fun time with that though. I am tempted to maybe spend a little more time going back to the GameCube version though.
I'm
also,
wondering if they even do I don't know if they even do
whether
it
they do a
underground.
or not. That's what I wonder because they would have to make that in an open world where you interact with NPCs. And if you were going to do that work, point, why not just do that work here and then carry that over?
And or at this point, like just do 7, I guess, because 6 was the last one they did, right? That was the bad one, right?
I think 6 was the bad one. Yeah,
there was no 7, right? So yeah, just do 7.
Yeah. All right, and then more Donkey Kong. Still just kind of getting my footing under me with that one. I'm getting more past the tutorial-ish areas and more into the structural. Here are the challenges out in this environment, and then you do that. Get your banana, say "ooh banana," and then you move on to the next challenge. It's all very Mario Odyssey, like, they're all natural within the world. It's not a lot of like, here's an individualized thing. Occasionally you'll go down into like a bonus area or something and do a thing there. But for the most part, it's all just in this environment. And it seems like you'll do a big thing and then drop down into another like kind of large but contained environment, and it seems like you're going to be able to go back and forth between them as you want, because every time you go down or up a layer, you open up a one of the cannon barrels or like a rope to climb down or climb up or something like that, just to make movement around the world a lot easier. But still relatively early in it, having a lot of fun with it, continuing to play. So that's what I've been playing.
Cool. All right, then. So I guess we'll take a quick break. When we get back, we get to the flashback segment.
Yeah.
And we're back. So now we flash back into 2015, 10 years ago. This is going to be the last flashback segment of the month. We're going to finish out July. And we do actually have some games to say. So we're going to start with Timbo the Badass Elephant. Came out 10 years ago. This is a game that was made by Game Freak, the guys who did Pokemon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had picked up this game. I never did like a few levels of it, but it was a side-scrolling game where you played as badass elephant who looked like Rambo.
Yeah.
We had like a Rambo's freaking scarf or something. Yeah, it was a side-scrolling game, and I can't remember exactly what you did. I know you kind of like run over people or something like that. Like you do like a run forward or something like that and trample them.
Yeah. I think you could shoot some stuff out of your trunk too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a side-scrolling, typical action game in a cartoon-looking fashion. Like it looked like a cartoon. Kind of like almost like how Shank was, or not really hard shell shade, but did have a nice general look to it. And it got rated okay. It's like probably like I've never seen 8s or something, maybe like 7.5. Nothing really high or nothing.
Best game Game Freak has made in 20 years, Dominic.
Yeah, it seems like. I mean, so technically they did do the last Pokemon game. They did that one.
Yeah.
Darn, it's just so weird. Like, yeah, it just seemed like these
other
projects
not an in-house project.
Yeah. So we're like these projects.
Nintendo.
But I just
don't understand that at all, really. Like how Pokemon is owned by Pokemon Company, which is that partially owned by Nintendo? Like, so Pokemon is not technically Nintendo's property? Could Pokemon go to the Xbox, Dominic?
Yeah, and why? And then Nintendo's the one who this lawsuit, isn't it? Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo's suing over. Yeah, so
yeah. So yeah, it's not.
Apparently,
it's not
they are a co-owner between Game Freak and Creatures Inc. So those 3 companies own roughly a third of the stake. These companies jointly own and manage the Pokemon Company, which handles the brand's various aspects. That's so crazy that Nintendo makes as much money as they do off of Pokemon, and they only own a third of Pokemon.
But yeah, that's really one of the reasons I got the game too. I just didn't think of Game Freak or anything else besides Pokemon. And then I was like, oh, so I know they've done other games, but it's like, oh, they even still doing it. I thought they was just going to stay with Pokemon. I mean, honestly, it's like, shit, like, why not? But yeah, also what came out 10 years ago, Knight's Quest Chapter 1. This was like reimagined Night Quest that was coming out for like the current generation at the time, and it looked good. It was one of those games that looked really good. It's like the shaded, like real cartoony look. It was done in a way of episodes, like that kind of thing, with Telltale.
Yeah,
a lot of other games did that. Yeah, this is an adventure game, but it's like more adventure Telltale. This is like the traditional, somewhat adventure game with the modern ideas and stuff, things of that nature. And it was all right. The first game was all right. I remember a little bit of it. Like, I haven't played this game really since it came out, because I think I only played a few chapters. I think I only played up to maybe 3.
Sounds right.
Because it was a 5-chapter game, and I guess there was an epilogue too. Apparently, yeah. I guess it was an epilogue. So I didn't finish it, and I know that it was like you were the old king, and you're talking about your. Maybe that was the story all the time. I have no idea, how the story was in the old Quest. how it was done. But in this one, yeah, that's how it was done. Like you see flashbacks of what you did and solving puzzles and stuff like that and things of that nature. I mean, it was an alright game and it looked alright, and I kind of want to go back because I kind of want to finish it. Like it was one of those games that's like that, and it was another game that was the adventure game that I played. Shit, it was it Journey? Is Journey to something? I forget. Well, we'll see it because we're gonna come towards it because it's gonna be like an anniversary either next year or the year after next. I know it was really close to this one. But yeah, I totally forgot about this game. Like I totally forgot that this came out. So I probably would have been played it again. Wow, this was Unreal Engine 3 10 years ago. We're on 5 now, which people don't like. So it's um yeah, anything else for 10 years ago? Oh, Angry Birds 2 came out 10 years
Yeah,
ago.
I was excited for
And
this.
I don't know if I ever played 2, honestly.
Lucky
So
you.
how was 2? Oh, wow, the Metacritic 66. What happened?
It was awful, Dominic. So
Wow.
I was excited about Angry Birds too. You know, I liked Angry Birds
Just
a
like
lot
Plants vs.
when they
Zombies
did
2, right?
exactly just like Plants vs. Zombies too. But that was the problem is they just had too many microtransactions cluttering up this game.
So they did
It
the
just
same thing?
yeah,
That was the
pretty
same
much.
problem. That's crazy.
Well, it wasn't microtransactions in the way that microtransactions. It was gating progress by either, you know, time or money. And, you
I
know,
mean, that's
I
what 2.
wasn't
That's what
yeah.
what you call it
And
was.
that's what
Yeah.
Plants vs. Zombies 2 was. But I just mean like the word microtransactions, I feel like has
Oh yeah.
kind
Oh
of a
yeah.
different
Yeah.
meaning than
Yeah.
what this
Yeah.
was.
I understand. I understand.
Um, but yeah, and that's they did that, and it very much suffered because of it. And it's like, oh, you don't want me to play your game because I'm not giving you. I would happily give you $5, $10 or whatever up front, and then you just leave me alone. But to just clutter everything
And
with
just yeah,
ads
you
and
would pay for like how they did like Star Wars, like skit like they do like they add something like they say hey
yeah,
it's a new theme. I wouldn't mind doing that, but not like the way they do these games now.
yeah, not
Like
where
these,
they're
yeah,
basically. It feels like they're holding you hostage.
yeah.
And that hasn't changed. You know, there's I don't know if it's called Angry Birds 2, but whatever the current iteration of Angry Birds is that is on the phones, I had downloaded that at one point for my daughter to try. And it was it was the exact same thing. It was worse. Like I could not hand the phone over to her because she might click on something that would potentially cost me money. It's gross. And they don't make available, you know, Angry Birds 1 anymore. You can kind of sideload it. And
Wow,
but even then
that's
it's just
yeah. Those guys
yeah,
said we gotta get all the money. See, they know
pretty
something. The
much.
world's about to
You
end.
know,
The world's about to end. They
I
gotta
mean
get all
now
the
they're
money.
owned by Sega, so they got all the money. So good for them.
Man, that's horrible. Like two franchises like Plants vs Zombies, Angry Birds, and then like they get the two. It's like, well, greed takes over. It's like we gotta get as much money as we can out of these. We gotta drain these people. All right. Also, well, actually, no, that is it because this is actually 2005 right here. All right, so that's it for 2015, and now we're in 20 years ago, 2005, and we got Fatal Frame 3, the Tormented was released in Japan, and then later on in the yeah, this is when it's first released, and the reason why I mentioned this was because like she's like the consensus is like this is like one of the best Fatal Frames of the series. So like this is the one people seem to like more. I never played Fatal Frame. Can't speak much on it, but I recognize it. Big franchises in the
Mhm.
horror genre, and like it's always like a schoolgirl, and freaking camera or something like that. You got to take pictures of a ghost. And I guess what do you capture them when you take a picture of them, or what happens? They scare them away
I,
because they don't like pictures.
I wondered if it was like you're capturing the spirit, but not like in a Ghostbuster sense, maybe, but like in a
Mhm.
sending them back to their own dimension or something.
Yeah,
That is a
but yeah,
Ghostbuster sense
it's
to an extent.
yeah, because I just looked at the Reddit forum and I was trying to see the best Fatal Frame. There's a lot of people had this or like three, either one or two. I'll put that up there. All right, so that's really it for 2005. It really came out around this time. Then, so now we're going back to 1995, 30 years ago. We got Mech Warrior 2 came out. The DOS. It wasn't even for the Windows, Daniel. It was for the DOS. So I always had like when DOS games like they're still coming out, and I had Windows that and either Windows 95 or what was the one before that one? Was it CE? I forget what it was. But whatever it was, I always had a hard time loading games that way. Like my dad would show me, and then I'd do it. And then I always like I might not remember, and I always like I always hate it because I was like, oh, I gotta wait till you come home before you can the game on for me. But yeah. So I mean, I never played Mech Warrior, but I know Mech people play this and things of that nature. Like, and I remember always like in magazines, if my dad go to like a computer store or something, I see like on a side cap or something like Mech Warrior, and I've been seeing it for years. Like people seem to like it. I didn't even realize Activision even published. I honestly thought it was like some
I
PC
didn't
thing.
remember that either. Yeah.
Yeah,
I always thought it was like a
I think
Microsoft thing for some reason.
I think I got Mech always mixed up with
Mecha Salt.
was it there Assault? Was it Mech Assault? Yeah, Mech Assault. That's what it was. Yeah. So yeah, I
Yeah, that's what I'm
wonder
thinking
like
of
what is
actually.
it? Mech Warrior versus Mech Assault. I want what's the census there? Oh
Oh,
man,
look at
they
that,
didn't do it.
Dominic.
But
The developer of Mecha Assault, Day One Studios, is a wargaming. Chicago, Baltimore is a American game developer that operates in Chicago and Hunt Valley, Maryland.
oh, okay.
Yeah, we got game developers all over the place, Dominic.
Oh, so he's right next door to Sid Meier and them.
That very much might be, yeah. Who knew
But
Hunt Valley was our game, our game valley?
yeah, Mech Assault is fast paced compared to Mech Warrior. Mech Warrior is more simulation.
I definitely played
So
like the demo of Mech Warrior 2 back in the day and kind of didn't get it, I think.
so
Because
maybe
it
that
was
so maybe
so
that's
slow
why.
paced.
Because it's probably more yeah. It's like this is how robots will really be running. They're really like this,
Yeah. It's
and
like, oh, my
yeah,
energy is running out. And I'm like, this is silly. I can't move anymore because like my battery drained.
yeah.
What
The
do I
game
do?
is set in 3057. Good God, and is played as a tactical simulation and incorporates aspects of real time first person players mech. It's a game recreation of the Reversal War. The players can join one of the clans, Clan Jade Falcon or Clan Wolf, while engaging in up to 32 missions. The Reversal War. I wonder what that kind of war is that. Well, it's somewhere in the plot here.
Means they wanted to go back. We progressed too far. It was
Clan.
time to go back, Dominic.
Oh yeah, I mean some continuation from one. Uh, I don't know. I don't know why, but yeah, I just know like this is one of those. And I guess that's I mean they had other expansion packs and stuff, but I want to know like is the Mech Warrior series like when did it because there was a Mech Warrior 3 and 4, then it was a Mech Warrior Online, and I guess the 5 was the last one. maybe. Looking here. Because I mean, was it still even published by Activision? I wonder, like, did Activision keep it, or did it move to someone else? Yeah, they moved to other places. Yeah, because I was about to say, oh, Microsoft did have it, Daniel.
Okay.
At one point, they did have it, but I don't know which one it was. But the latest release was MechWarrior 5 Clans, which we've seen that one. That came out last year. It was
It
on
just
Game
came out
Pass.
last year.
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
this.
geez.
Okay, so that was yes. Okay, so that was because I was thinking, was that Mecha or not? And now when I played that, because I actually played a little bit of it, and was it fast? I mean, I don't know if it was slow, but it wasn't as slow as I've seen this Wet Warrior 2 is.
Yeah.
I will say that. I think it's a little more maybe arcadey than that, definitely. And there was Mech Warrior 5 Missionary. That came out 2019. Yeah, you know what? I definitely remember that one. Because I remember, yeah, because that came on Game Pass also. Yes, yes. Um that was Piranha
That one I
Games.
remember. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, so Mech
Yeah,
Warrior, this
Piranha.
still going on. All right. Yeah. And Mech Assault, is that what was the last Mech Assault game? Okay, I'm trying to here. Mech Assault. Well, they're actually just showing me Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf. That was 2004. Remember that? That was still regular Xbox.
How come these mechs love the word wolf?
You know what? Mech Assault, I think that was it.
Huh.
Like they stopped. I think Warrior kept going.
Huh.
It says both games are set in the BattleTech fictional universe. So they have no connection to Mech Warrior. So Mech Assault died. Microsoft killed it.
Microsoft kills a lot of things. Speaking of things, Microsoft killed Midtown Madness. Remember that game?
Oh yes. Yeah, I remember Midtown Madness. Oh my damn. Yeah, yeah.
Now that they've killed Forza, Dominic, by putting it on the PlayStation, they should bring back Midtown Madness and Project Gotham.
I was so jealous of this game when I think I don't know what's the first one, the one that came for like the screenshots. I was like, oh my god, this game looks so good. And I was like, man, I said, why this can't be on PlayStation? All right, all right. So what else we got here? We got Phantasmagoria came out 30 years. All right, so tell me about this game, Daniel, because this sounds familiar.
This is yeah, it's an FMV game. I'm familiar with it through Giant Bomb because they did like a playthrough of it. But it's one of those like Night Trap style games.
Oh, okay, Roberta Williams.
Fully acted, and it's basically you're interacting with a video of actors doing things.
Yes, that's the game design. The game because I'm sorry. Yeah, the game designer is up here, like above it. Robert Williams'
Roberta
sister.
Williams, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, yeah. I guess she's like she was a famous name, or like that.
The name sounds familiar, but I don't know if that's just because I'm familiar with this game or not. Oh, yeah, she is a co-founder of Sierra Online, so I feel like I did hear.
Oh, okay. And she also wait a minute. She is also known for creating and maintaining the King Quest series.
Well, there you go.
Oh, darn.
It's all tying back together, Dominic.
Yeah, exactly. So this is like Night Trap, but is it better than Night Trap though?
I don't know about better than Night Trap, but I don't know that Night Trap actually good, Dominic.
I mean, it's not, but I'm just saying, like,
okay. I think that it's probably about equivalent. You know,
it's 62 on Metacritic. It got an A- by PC Games.
They didn't.
And PC Gamer gave it an 88%.
Yeah, we just didn't
Now,
know any better back then.
I'm about to say this is probably 30 years ago, Tom.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I think
Like,
playing it for nostalgia nowadays, I think is a lot of fun. You can treat it like a corny B movie, right? Instead of like, oh, I spent my money on this and now I'm disappointed. This crap game.
oh, darn! My sister said she's gonna be back here. So I need to start hiding some stuff. I got these clothes out here and this hooker on this bed. I need to get the stuff moved out here. And damn,
Tell her to take the clothes with her and bring them back next time.
yeah. All right. Yeah, because you know what? I seen this game because your boy Dan Gaming was playing it for Halloween.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, I've seen this game now. Because I remember this woman in this shirt. Yeah. Okay.
I remember this woman and this shirt.
Yeah, that's Roberta Williams. That's her. Sorry, I was joking.
Good for her.
That's not her. I mean, shucks, if this picture is current, I mean, she could be that age. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, no, she's 72 in real life. So, yeah, that'd be too old. Unless she was a very young, like 40 something. But anyway. Where it was budgeted at $800. That's equivalent to $1 billion today. It's like I don't know, but I mean that still sounds like a lot of money for games for you.
It does, yeah.
It said, yeah, the game was originally budgeted for $8,000. It was originally budgeted for that, but it ultimately cost $4.5 million. Okay,
Jeez.
that is a lot of money. Like even for then. Developed and was filmed in the $1.5 million that Sierra built specifically for the game. They really invested some money into this.
How many games did they use that studio?
But you know what? It was a financial success. This game,
oh wow,
it grossed $12 million in its opening weekend. How the fuck? It made it that money.
They did do a sequel to it, Dominic. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I feel like I remember this Phantasmagoria, a puzzle of the flesh, or a puzzle of flesh.
Them. Like darn, like yeah, Sierra was huge. Sierra was huge back then. I had games. I had games.
They were my load runner guys. That's how I knew them.
I remember having a game with the floppy disk, the old small floppy disk that I had to install the game on, and it was I told you it was Pepper's Adventures or something like that, and she goes into a time machine. It only had the one game. Because it was going to continue the story because she still didn't go back home. She went to, and then it freaking they just stopped, man. I was like, oh my god, they got to come back. I gotta know her and her shark dog or whatever it was. Did he ever get some? Did they ever get back home? It was so funny, man. I really thought Franklin was like that too, Danny. I thought Franklin was a cool dude. yeah, that was a fun game as a kid, man. There. But anyway, all right. So is there anything else? Oh yes, this is huge. Also, 30 years ago, Nintendo came out with a new system, the Virtual Boy.
Not big news.
Virtual Boy came out 30 years ago. You put those goggles on, and it's not the virtual like today. A lot of red and black.
Yes.
I remember being in Sears looking at it, and I can't remember exactly what I saw, but I remember it confused me and scared me.
It burned those memories out of my skull.
I was like, I don't know what's going on. It was more like, was it like you were looking in a screen inside? It wasn't like you was in the world, right? That's what I can remember. It looked like I was looking at something, but it wasn't to the point where I felt like it was a 3D world. It felt like
it wasn't really
I was
immersive. It was just like, here's a thing in front of you. Like it had depth to it. That's effectively all it was.
Yeah. Like it was like a view. Like political. But yeah. So I mean, of course, I didn't really never play much games on it except for the thing I tried, which I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea. That game could have been broken. I wouldn't have known. Like it could have been damaged. But yeah, but this didn't do well. Yeah, yeah, a lot of people bought it, and I mean, like there was really not really much good thing. It wasn't even like was like one of those things that's good but too expensive for people. It really a lot of things weren't reviewed well for either. Like is yeah,
because it also wasn't
thing.
VR in the sense like it tracked your motions either, right? Like you set that thing on a table and you just looked inside of it.
Yeah, you had to sit on the table. Yeah, you sit at the table and you just play. And it's just to the point where like, what the hell? Like it wasn't even like a thing before its time. It needed to be more. It needed to be more, and we weren't ready for it because financially we wouldn't have been ready. So yeah. But Nintendo, hey, but like Nintendo, they try to do different things. You know, I mean, not everything. I mean, that's just life with technology. I mean, well, people, they're selling stuff. You just hit or miss. Some things are be good, and it just missed. Like the PSP/PS Vita. I mean, a good system, but just not supported very well. Well, this was just a horrible system, and and it was supported rightly so for it.
Yep.
All right, so that's it for the flashbacks. Quick break. When we get back, we get to the gaming news.
All right,
and we're back. So let's get to the gaming news. What we got, Dan?
All right. First up, Dominic, we got the Pokemon Direct. I'm really only going to talk on the points that make sense to talk on.
I did not see that
card game.
I didn't even look. I want to look at least a little bit of it. Go
ahead. Check out the ZA stuff and maybe even the little short trailer for the Ardman thing. But outside of that, there's not really much. There's like a new phone game, which apparently is absolutely awful. It's like a puzzle game, but it's like old Flash style puzzles. Like,
oh yeah, I see that right now.
Into that, whatever.
I accidentally just hit on that one.
Yeah. But they are working with Artemin, the Wallace and Gromit people, to make a claymation show, The Misadventures of Sir Fetched and Pichu, which is coming out in 2027. There's also a second season of Pokemon.
I see that. Yes. Is it like British people talking for him?
I do not know. I don't know that they have any voiceover in that trailer. But yeah, there's nothing to the trailer really. Like it's literally like the teaseriest of teaser trailers. And then yeah, they talked about Pokemon ZA. It's coming out October 16th. They're going to be releasing a bundle with the Switch 2 for $4.99, taking the place seemingly of the Nintendo or the Mario Kart bundle for the holidays, which I think would be interesting if they do in fact get rid of that one.
There's no voice acting. Come on, Nintendo. I mean, or Pokemon or whatever.
Yeah.
Game Freak. I mean, you can't get voice acting now. Like, you got too much money.
That's how they get so much money. That's how they keep the money.
Yeah, whatever, man. That is
not giving anybody anything.
Yeah, and they're gonna say, "Oh, look, it plays smooth now. Only play it on Nintendo Switch." But it
they aren't gonna show me how it plays on Nintendo Switch too.
Yeah. And they got black characters, so I guess that's good. But they
but they're French, Dominic.
Do the Pokemon at least make some Pokemon noise and not some?
Nope, they still just go. Still whatever Game Boy noise they were making back in the day.
Using that fucking MIDI shit.
Yeah, I mean the general like aesthetic of this is less interesting to me than what they did with the previous Legends game. Arceus. Like this just looks
Yeah,
like a generic Pokemon game.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was just about to say that too. Like, well, yeah, it's Legends. Yeah, it is Legends.
So like it's
I
got
don't
the
know.
like free roaming and the battles outside of like a locked in screen, which is an interesting way to see like a more modern Pokemon game, right? Like I didn't get to experience that with the previous Legends game yet, but to me it seems like that is more of a modern style game, right? Like as we look at like what happened to JRPGs and how they became like action RPGs. And now obviously there's a bit of a pushback with that. And you have things like Clair Obscur where it is more of a traditional, but even that, the reason why a part of why I think that game is successful is because you are interacting during those battles. So like
exactly, you're
could
not
we
just hitting
see
attack.
yeah, could we see a Pokemon game where we then take that style of an approach? You have the Mario and Luigi teams that you could consult for that if you wanted to. They've had those style battle systems since their inception, basically. That could make it a little more interactive and interesting. Although I feel like there would be pushback from like the Pokemon community because you have like these weird like stat
What I want them to
perverts or
do?
whatever.
I mean, Pokemon. I mean, it's essentially. I mean,
Burn it
you've
to
seen
the
all
ground and
like.
start over.
Yeah, no, but that since they got all these different type of games with Pokemon because it's like a franchise, so they got not just the main Pokemon style, but card game. They did a mystery dungeon thing, and I honestly want them to just say, "Hey, go to Arcus Systems or somebody and just say, like, look, can you do a Pokemon?" I mean, they did the Tekken Pokemon game, but do a one that's more like Dragon Ball Z or the new Marvel game fighting game coming out. Like, I want them to do like, hey, you Pokemon got, and it's a fighting game, and like it's a fighting game, but in the 2D ish, at least Street Fighter like, at least maybe Street Fighter like, or something where you actually do moves and something like that. Like, I would love that. I mean, it's like they were going that direction. Tekken, what's it called? Pokken,
yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I don't. No, it's like no. I'd rather I'd rather be the anime style look to it and do like traditional moves in fighting games, and like you just have your on do that. And no, you don't need to evolve shit. Like just do it. Like hey, you play script just like they do with Dragon Ball. You have all those Gokus and like when and then he's big. Just do Squirtle and Blastoise. I mean, we don't even care about Wartortle. But
How dare you? It's my
I mean,
favorite
nobody
version.
does though. I mean, everybody just either they find the young one that's cute,
Yeah,
or they go to the big one. Like I don't see
that's
people
the case
doing.
with everybody. Yeah,
Yeah, because even the dragon one is like it's like either I go for cutesy little Charmander, or I go into
nobody cares
Charizard.
about Charmeleon.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Charmeleon. I mean, even though he does look
Someone
like
thinks the
cool.
Charmeleons.
I mean, Achille cool, but Pokemon kind of rested up for me because you already made him sleeping. Yeah, he like you because Ash can control him, so it's like you never did anything with him. Um, but yeah, like I wish it would do something like that. Since I can't, since in these games I can't really do any of that, and you don't even have any interesting just regular battles. God damn it! It's like what a waste. What a waste. It's just like they could do so. They got so much money to actually be creative, which is so
Yeah,
funny. It's like y'all do all this stuff with Mario and Yo-Yo, and like Nintendo doesn't exactly own, but come on, I mean they're the ones that really show. They're the reason why Pokemon is what it is, and
yeah.
so they can control. They can say like, look, okay,
They could say,
take a
"Hey, Game
chance.
Freak,
Yeah,
we need you to do this." If yeah, absolutely.
yeah, like take a chance and like make like this will be the perfect time to do that. It's like, hey, take a chance with the Legend series and do like something like make it this way or do something really different, something just something fresh. And then if you see how popular it is, you series, man, we gonna really go even bigger and like take it further.
All right. So yeah, that was pretty much it for the big stuff out of
I
the
need you to be
Pokemon
angry
Direct.
with me, Daniel.
I am
This
angry.
this is what President Trump should have been really talking about instead of
Oh,
the
you don't want
Washington
him
Stadium.
involved in your sports, Dominic, but you want to
Nah. Yep. Yeah, I'll be
keeping
all on
Pokemon
for
out
him.
of our country.
And there
Well,
you
that is
go.
a national security thing, right? It's keeping
Yeah,
Pokemon out of our
exactly.
country. We need the American equivalent. We need Pokemon made in America
Say
called
I'm going to raise
Digimon.
tariffs some more in Japan until they fix Pokemon. Until they make it a great game again.
I want 4K graphics, 256 megahertz. All right. Next up, Dominic, we got the Battlefield 6 debut trailer. This is like the story trailer. It looks like the enemy
When
is
this come
hitting
out?
us here in America. What was that?
When did this come out? The trailer?
A couple of days ago.
Oh, okay.
I think Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah. Not that long ago. And yeah, to me, it looks pretty cool. I kind of forgot about the whole like modern warfare aspect of like them doing that in 2 already.
Getting old already,
that was,
Daniel.
I mean,
That was like the best one you probably played.
it was. And that happened so long ago. Now they did do Modern Warfare 2, like the second iteration of that.
But I don't
more
even know what that's
recently,
about, honestly.
Yeah, that was already, Call of Duty was basically out of my radar at that point. So I don't know if they just retreaded that story or what. But there is like some novel aspect of like, oh, hey, we're fighting in the streets of New York. And especially if they can bring some of that destructibility, seeing some of those buildings fall apart and stuff, that'll be really cool.
Bring some of that Donkey Kong constructability. Let me be able to go underground and shit and then come up behind my enemies.
That would be awesome. So yeah, I think it looks cool. I'm not rushing out there to buy it necessarily, and I have no interest in the multiplayer stuff.
It'll be great when it comes on the Game Pass when it finally comes on EA
yes
service. That's part of it.
Yeah. So maybe someday down the line I give this a chance, but I think this is It's more interesting than what they've been doing lately. So it is what it is. All right. After that, we got Splitgate 2. Dominic is returning to beta after having a rough launch.
Damn.
They're also going to be shutting down the servers for Splitgate 1, as it is no longer their focus. Apparently, that is costing them a lot of money, and they are also cutting like 46 people's jobs or something like that. Yeah, it sounds like
is that because
studio,
they were working on Splitgate 1 still? Was those people working?
No, I think it's more
it's just two.
Resizing, trying to get the company back in line to be successful. That's unfortunate. Splitgate does seem like a pretty novel concept. But
why is this a recommended video on? Like, I'm on our YouTube, and everything up here is like recommended videos because like it makes sense. Like I see Superman, Pokemon, something for Fantastic Four, other games. But then they got something rare. I have not looked at anything religious up here. Have you? Why is this one of those recommended videos?
It's the only place I watch my religious videos, Dominic. I go into our account to watch the religious stuff so it doesn't mess up my algorithm.
Kutaba, what? By Dr. Omar? I don't know.
I mean, I'm definitely watching the Dr. Omar videos on here. So
okay. All right. So
Alien Earth final trailer. What even is that? That looks like a made up CG thing. Anyway.
So yeah, Battlefield. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what goes. Yeah, I do like constructability, and even though it's been done before, but I don't know. I still like that that whole premise, of like fighting home on our soil. I mean, come on. I mean, we go to freaking some Middle Eastern country. I guess hey, we can fight on our own soil, quite a few times over here in games. Like, I'm honestly, I mean, no offense to where those people really live at, I'm just honestly tired of just shooting over there. like it's just, I mean, it's just like that's just the easy premise to do. I mean, it's like we've been over there so many times. Yeah, I like the like urban area, something like that. I want the Ukraine-Russian war. That's what I want.
All right. Last one I got here, Dominic. Microsoft walks back their $80 price tag for their games this holiday season. I guess they heard people's complaints and realized that what they were putting out was going to be a hard sell for $80.
As those people were saying, like, y'all people crying and blah, blah, blah. It worked. Our tears worked of crying and complaining and whining about it. That's what you need to do, people. That's how you get things done. You keep whining. Remember when you was a little kid, you used to whine for stuff for you. That's how you get things done, too. You complain, you yell. I have sent many an email complaining and showing me videos of laying on the ground and just stopping my fists on the ground. It's like, I'm tired of these $8 games. And yep, and it worked, Daniel.
Good.
Are you still there?
Because they needed to learn that lesson.
Yes, but no, but it makes sense that they say games, which that's a little surprising. I mean, I knew that. I mean, like, first I was just thinking that game because I'm like,
Outer Worlds,
not even Call of Duty. It's like not even Call of Duty for this year.
That one is surprising to me when you like reminded me of that because. Like that's very much a game that they can get away with that on. Like Outer Worlds, that game would fail spectacularly if they were to do that to that game. Obviously, it would be a part of Game Pass too, and they would hope to maybe convert some people.
You would have to make a deal with Nintendo and say, "Can you please publish this, or we can sell it? It can be sold."
Yeah, publish this on your system, please. But the idea that they wouldn't do that with Call of Duty, like this is the time to do it. It feels like, Nintendo has introduced that price and has given everyone the opportunity to raise those prices. Now, I don't think anything I say has any effect on Call of Duty because Call of Duty is just Call of Duty. But like we talked about, the other day, like Ghost of Tsushima, is that a game that is still $70? And if so, like if Sony's not moving in that direction, it is shocking to me that Microsoft thought moving in this direction was a good idea. And
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what was the heads at on this? Because I'm surprised. Like,
do you think there's any room for the possibility of them doing it and then being ready to walk it back as like a goodwill thing?
I don't know.
Like, could this have been a strategy the entire time?
And goodwill, I mean, that's I don't know. I mean, people are stupid. I mean, we all know.
I mean, it's a deal now, Dominic. I'm getting a game they were going to charge me $80 for, and I'm getting it for $70. So, like,
I mean, I always darn man. I still have not bought a $70 game yet since this generation started. I think I still have not even done that, and so I'm not in the loop on like I'm still against it. I mean, it's not a protest, not just that. I mean, it has to be something that's worth it. Like,
I mean, how many games are you even buying nowadays? Because for like me, it's Game Pass.
I mean, it's
right?
not a
like,
lot, but I'm saying like I would have like if Cyberpunk came, well, first I bought Cyberpunk because technically. I did buy it when it was on Stadia, and then I got the coupon deal, or whatever. I mean, actually, they just gave me my money back, right? Yeah, they gave me. So I only got like $14 back. but yeah, and I got it for cheap, and I got it there. It was a sale. I finally got with the that DLC. But the but I think that like if I had a computer to run that thing might like neatly like well initially I would have gotten it for full price. And I actually technically I did. Yeah, I did get it. I did because I was playing in both ways because I was like I want to use cheats. So I was like I had to I had to get so I couldn't do the cheats on Stadia. But yeah, but the I probably maybe that game I would have maybe bought it for that price because the problem was only on the consoles. Like that was the issues with that game. And I mean I would have bought I think that's it. I mean that's all I can think of right now. What games I would have something like that. I would bite the bullet. But yeah, I don't know anything else I would have. Like none of Microsoft games. I wouldn't have done that. I guess if Game Pass never existed and Bethesda said they're coming out with Starfield, I might have done that, but I would have saw reviews maybe to later on. But yeah, I don't know. Do 70 for a lot of games, yeah, I would just wait it. And like Nintendo is the only $70 they really started with was like that's the only one that really came out before like the Switch 2 stuff start coming. So yeah, but I mean, look, like
the
that's
funny
the
thing
price
is,
point.
I mean, Nintendo's not even doing the 80 thing anymore. You know, they did it with
Yeah,
Mario
yeah,
Kart,
that's what I'm saying.
and
I'm still,
Pokemon's not 80, so
no, that's not 80 either. And that's why
nobody's
it's
really
very
committed to
confusing.
this.
It's very confusing why cart was $80 now. Like to me now, I feel like
I
I'm
wonder if
sorry,
they
you can't
drop that price if they do make that bundle go away.
because that is weird to me now. Like, because I'm sorry for what I've seen of that game. I mean, yeah, it's open world and shit, but it's like it's not like the open worlds I know. Like where it's like it doesn't feel like $80. I'm sorry. I'm more impressed by freaking Donkey than that game. And for Donkey Kong not to be $80, it don't make sense to me. Hell, I'm more impressed with this even Zelda, and that's old.
Yeah,
The Breath of the Wild.
yeah, the way
It's like yeah, so that game being $80 doesn't make sense to me, and I can't see these companies doing that. You can say yeah, it's more expensive to make games. Well, I mean, I need to work on that then. And I'm sorry, especially the games that y'all have microtransactions. You actually should be cheaper. You shouldn't even be anymore. Like you shouldn't even go on to $70. Like 2K bringing those games up to $70. That sports, it's like bullshit. You don't need to go up to $70. Dude, y'all get so much money from microtransactions. Like, I wonder how much money y'all would make if it was free to play. If y'all just had that game free to play, how much money y'all make? I bet you it'd be man. It's like y'all would have still made a profit. Not yeah. I mean, it probably still y'all want to get as much as now, maybe. But that's I mean, I'm assuming. Yeah, maybe you won't still get as much as now. But if he had just initially just said we're gonna make it free to play and got it, it would have been like still a profit. And I mean, more people would have played it too, honestly. So who knows? Maybe you might get somebody to actually pay for that stuff. But some new guys to pay for it. But yeah, like it don't make sense for some games to even go up. Like even Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto, yeah, it can get away with it. It can get away with it probably be $100. But are they really going to lose money if they just stayed at 60? Well, they just stay at 60. Or like, are they going to lose money?
Are they going to lose money? Probably not, just because they're going to the sheer amount of sales.
Yeah.
Could they make more money?
Like they go up to 70.
That's what they're
Yeah, they go up
concerned
to
with.
70. It's like, is that fine? Do they have to go up to 80? I mean, is it a must to go up to 80? Then shit, if you go up to 100, like where do you stop with it? Like where's the stop?
Yeah.
Where's the number to stop?
I'm
at?
sure there are some very smart people, or at least some people that get paid a lot, that are doing those calculations of how far can we go before the sales drop off enough that it's going to be a problem.
And then and like these companies know they can't compare to Call of. Like I'm still surprised Microsoft did that. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of decisions that Microsoft has done that I'm surprised they done, and that you would think there'd be smarter people. That's what I always think. That's why I mean I don't really believe it, but I joke that like man, there's something behind the scenes. Like they were told to do this for
Collusion.
competition's sake to not
Yeah.
be because say like if Microsoft made all these smart decisions, they would own the gaming world. I mean, probably just aside from Nintendo. But even then, like they could really take it out. It's like, we gotta be stupid. We gotta be stupid somewhere because we can't have Sony just going away.
Yeah.
It's like this is the only thing they got. It's like the gaming studio is the only thing they got. And Spider-Man.
Which maybe cost them more money than, is worth it for them.
Yeah, that's sad.
I mean, if you can make Ghost of Yotai and not have to pay for licensing, or you could make a Spider-Man game, is it worth it?
Yeah.
We're talking about Insomniac. Like Insomniac was doing plenty of other stuff. They could be making Ratchet and Clank games. They could be making another Fuse, for God's sake.
That is what, yeah. I mean, I know people talk about like the sales of Ratchet Clank, but are the sales still enough though? That's what
Yeah.
So I'm like, is it still good though? Like, I don't know. Like, just because it's not a settle like these high end games, like, what's the expectation for that?
Right.
I wonder.
And how much money are they spending on them?
Yeah, exactly. And how much it costs. Yeah, because I mean, those games. I mean, because they always like got the freaking greatest hits. Then,
man, why you gotta say that, Dominic? Why can't
we get
greatest hits?
But thing is, that's the thing was funny. I used to see the top 10, and like, yeah, when it initially comes out, right? It's not like it stayed up there.
Yeah,
but it's still sold. So, I mean, it's like you don't have to be like the top game or anything, or I mean, because of social media now you're that like, oh, is anybody talking about it? But in actuality, some people just ain't talking about these games, but they still doing well. People are still playing them. They're just not talked about amongst everybody. They just got their group of people, and they just probably talk on their own forums and stuff about it, stuff like Reddit and stuff like that, or Discord and all that matter. But Ratchet Clank, like for Sony, they always like seem to have it since like the PlayStation 2 days. It must do okay. It must do okay that they're willing to have that done.
Or Insomniac Games just has that much sway. They're like, look, we must make.
It was a way to really show off the power of the PS5 and the illusion about the
I don't know, Dominic. They could have released a new Resistance and really showed off the power.
Yeah. Because that showed off like the instant, like, hey, oh look, you can't do this anywhere else because you can instantly go to a different world.
Even though that was phony.
Yeah, as I was saying, but it was a good way of like showing people, and I mean, I have no reason to not believe if they tell me that. But now I don't believe everything. I was like, oh, Trump is right. They all lies.
Oh, no.
Everybody's lies. Everything is a lie. Like, well, actually, before Trump, it was actually the It was actually Porto. Porto told me when the kid say, "Oh, everything's a lie. Everybody's lying." Man, but yeah, that's crazy. That I'm surprised that they actually. I'm surprised. I would think because I was thinking like they'll still come out $80
and then
and
lower them. They learn their lesson.
That would be the most that they drop it back.
Yeah.
But other than that, like dropping it back and doing it for so far all the games as of right now.
Right.
There's no games.
Full rebuke
come
almost
out this year. Yeah, is crazy to me that they don't. Yeah, that Call of Duty is still not the $80 game. Though for them, like you know what? Because I feel like that. I mean, of course, like with microtransactions, I doubt. Like I said, that's but buy the other versions of them. They're gonna get to be able to play it like 4 days before it comes out version. Then you got the people who's gonna pay for like the deluxe version, whatever they call it, like a. And then you got a bigger version with that you get a toy with it. I don't know what the toy is going to be for this one or anything, but you got to make something with that. Like there's plenty of sales on those that is like you don't have to have an $80 version of the game for the base price. And none of those other games should be $80. And I just want to know if those other games even coming out, Microsoft. That's what I really need to know. I didn't know like it's Fable coming out and what's another game?
Blade.
I'm just gonna say Blade's not coming out. I'll be surprised if Blade comes out. Now I'm at the point of that. If Blade comes out, I'll be very surprised.
Come out alongside the movie, Dominic.
And the World of Crunch, it would have. That shit would have came out right by the movie. At least like it would either come out before the movie or it's coming out when the movie comes out. Like it's
well, part of the joke is that movie's most likely not also coming out either.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. But y'all want to have these workers be freaking treated like human beings and stuff, and like they have lives.
How dare them?
Where their life should be the game. All right. Was there anything else? I thought I saw something in Game Informer, but maybe you said it because I saw it in the
Vampire Masquerade is the next cover, though. I did see that.
Yeah, I did see. Yeah, that's how you saw. That Game Informer is doing the next cover of Vampire Masquerade, which I feel like I've been hearing that forever about this game.
Yeah, I mean the fact that game might actually be close enough to coming out that it's getting a cover story is good news.
Yeah, because I always get it confused with the other the vampire games that other genres that have come out. Yeah, I was like, oh, this is fine. Yeah, so this one mostly adventure type of game. It's like what the. It's like this ain't this and like is not like the same thing. And it's like okay, I don't know. It's like I don't know what the hell's going on. Because yeah, I still want to play that other one out because it seemed like it was interesting. But I had stopped playing. I know Frostpunk 2 is coming to consoles in September, so I did not even realize it wasn't on console. So yeah, I guess that's good. Play that. I see that. Wait a minute. Supermassive Game delays Directive 8020 to 2026 amid studio layoffs. Is that like a thing to show off games?
No, that was the name of their next game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The next game, okay. So it was it was coming to this year? It was supposed to come out this year?
I think, yeah, it was supposed to come out October 2nd, and now it's getting delayed
Wow.
to the first half of next year.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. Um Borderlands 4 is going to launch on Switch 2 after it launches on everything else, but not that far, less than a month. So there you go, Daniel. You can get that
Okay.
one.
I wondered, like, I guess I kind of assumed that it was coming out at the same time, but it makes sense that, it might
Oh,
a little bit
Avatar
longer.
Frontiers is getting a third person mode now, Daniel. So there you go. You can get it now.
Ah, now I can play it and watch the movie alongside of it. There's also rumors going around that Nintendo is going to have a direct by the end of the month, and I believe Metroid was also just rated by I don't know if it was the ESRB or one of the ratings boards, which is a promising sign because it started to feel like the silence maybe could mean something for that game. And I think there was also something that came out recently from somebody saying like, "Oh, I work for the studio, or my friend works for the studio, and it's not in good shape right now, or something, and it might not make it." And I'm like, please don't let that be true. I want that game to be good. It's been in development long enough now. Get some more games out for this thing.
Yeah, I guess that is it.
I am
Um,
disappointed to find out that Horizon is not on the PlayStation Plus thing right now. Like I thought Forbidden West was on there, and maybe at one point it was, but apparently it is not right now, and neither is the old game even
wait a minute, on what?
on the PlayStation Plus
Oh,
catalog.
PlayStation Plus. Oh, damn,
Yeah.
Forbidden West is gone again. It's gone. I mean, not again, but it's gone already.
If it was on there, yeah, which I'm pretty sure it
I could have
was.
swore it was. Yeah, because I think you were talking like, hey, I got up there, I could possibly play it. So yeah,
I was just looking
yeah,
at
because it wasn't the
PlayStation
first one.
games.
No, yeah, it wasn't the first one. Yeah, it had to be
Yeah, I
that
mean
one.
the first one I remember being up there too at one point, but then I do remember that getting pulled because I think
Yeah,
that was part of like, us and everybody else complaining like, we got these first party games. Like, what do you mean you have to take them off your service? Like, screw off.
yeah.
That's
It's one
ridiculous.
thing. Yeah, okay, fine. You don't put it out there when it. I understand your argument on that.
Right.
I don't understand it when you
But
do put
once
them
it's
up there
out, yeah.
because it's like how many more sales are you really losing at that point?
Yeah. That's annoying. Um Anyway, all right, Dominic, we'll get into new releases here. First up, we got Monument Valley 3. That's now out on PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. Which that makes me think that must have already come out on mobile devices because that was always like a mobile first series.
It
But
really
on my
was. Yeah.
limited
Monument
time
Valley.
with like Monument Valley 1, I don't know that I ever played 2. I
Um,
thought it was really clever, but it's not
I never
necessarily
really
something I could
looked
see
at
myself
gameplay of
playing
this.
outside of a phone.
Yeah, I never really looked at. Well, it has Google Play up here. I wonder. Wish I could see a
Yeah.
date. Okay, yeah, last year it came out the
Oh
10th
wow.
of December.
I was gonna say shortly after the Keeleys, I think, because that's where it got revealed, and then like, oh, it's also coming out. Um, but yeah, those games always seem really cool. And like I said, I played it one for a bit, and it was really nice. But it's one of those things. It's like it's a phone game, and even with it being on the consoles, it's still very much a phone style game. And I just eventually fall out off of phone games, even like Balatro. Like for the longest time, I was playing that for a significant amount of time, and then I just stopped and haven't really been back to it in a while. All right. Next up, Dominic, we got Wheel World. That's out now on the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and on Game Pass. And I had talked about wanting to play this, and I liked the demo, but man, the Game Informer score of 5 out of 10 is pretty convincing to me. Maybe not to spend too much time with it. I mean, it's still Game Pass, so I've got it. I could play it, but if it's kind of as bland as they say it is, I don't know that I would
I'm
not
curious.
be better
Yeah,
spent with my time elsewhere.
maybe they're wrong, Daniel. Maybe let's just check
It could
out.
be. I mean, it's Game Informer. They're usually wrong, so like I should take that with a grain of salt. But
let's see what everybody else is saying.
it's not very often that they give any game a low score. So
yeah, it really isn't.
That's why it feels kind of damning. Yeah.
They got a 4.5 though. I mean, on Steam critics.
Okay.
The people down here
pushing back. Pushing back on Game Informer's woke nonsense.
Like GameSpot, did they even review it yet? Or IGN? Oh, let's see. Okay, here we go. The Games Real World Review Thread, critics. Cog Connected gave it a 90 out of 100. Game Grin, 9 out of 10. Loot Level Chill. Okay, let's find some places we know. I've seen Xbox Error before. They give it a 7.5 out of 10. Games Radar Plus gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Push Square gave it a 7 out of 10.
I've heard of them.
News, 7 out of 10. The Gamer is unscored, so you have to read the review.
How dare them?
Damn, they don't have the Game Informer up here? Maybe they were late to the party. This is Open Critic, 76 average, 62% recommended, 27 reviews. I guess the 7 range is it. I guess maybe what it's probably around. Yeah, some people were disappointed. They're saying like, "Damn, it's a shame that they like you, like shame they're seeing these low scores for a game that looked like it was sort of interesting."
Yeah.
But you might like it, Daniel. Like, what bad game do you like?
I might. Yeah. Pokemon.
Zelda. Like, what bad game you like that actually people reviewed bad, but you liked it?
I think that's probably number one.
Oh,
one that I can think of at least. Yeah.
Oh, you did
remember
like
that 360 game? I liked Wet. Yeah.
That's a pop group. So let me put the video game on so they can know that
the one that the Dushku.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And that gun. Yeah.
Oh, but you actually liked it. Yeah, I was like, I was trying to check the scores. I don't think I ever played it.
Sevens.
But it was like, was there a demo for it?
I think so.
I don't, maybe because I felt like I did something with it, but I don't.
There's a demo for everything back then, Dominic. That's why it's so unfortunate nowadays that we don't get demos anymore.
Yeah, you're one of these Google people, Daniel. These Google users who have 94% likes.
5 out of 5.
Wet. Was there a Wet 2? Or it just never came out?
No, I think they were working on one and then it got canceled. Unfortunately.
Wet 2 Double Sploosh.
Oh, no. A double sploosh.
Let's see. Wet 2009. Man, 69. 69 on the review.
Yeah, I guess that's about right then. Thinking like low 70s, but yeah. All right, Dominic. Next game we got here, we got WWE 2K25 for the Nintendo Switch 2. sounds like that's actually a decent version of that game now, which is good for people that only have Switch consoles.
You have to get that version.
One for the Switch one was bad. No, I don't. I do not. I saw somebody talking about the AEW game because it was on sale or something like that. And I was like, I maybe see myself playing that on the Switch. But they said it did not improve with the Switch 2 at all. So it's still pretty rough. So no,
that sucks.
All right. Next
so
up,
they have
Super
to actually
Mario
do work
Party.
on it to improve.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the unfortunate thing.
Tell that dude, Khan, Shaka Khan,
Tony Khan.
tell him to work on that.
I'll let him know. All right. Next up, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Jamboree TV.
Oh, you don't get this?
No, absolutely not.
But it got plus Jamboree TV up there.
No, thank you.
What does that mean?
It's got the camera stuff, and it's using the camera stuff to, do a weird. It's like a weird game show mode that's built in there now. I think like Bowser's the host. So, no, I'm not interested.
Bowser's the host? Come on, man.
Wants them fixed, she can get that from my
I want to hear what his voice sounds like. Or is it the voice of Bowser from the movie?
It's just bah, 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 while you have to read your text. Yeah, that's Jack Black. Yeah. All right, next up, Dominic Wu Chung, Fallen Feathers. You had mentioned that earlier, crashing on your PC, PS5, Xbox Series X on Game Pass. And then this last one here, Dominic.
Oh, shit.
You might want to
I didn't know it came out today. I mean, not today, this week.
Yeah.
No sleep check this out.
For Kahneman Date from AI, the Solomon
I was just looking at that.
Files for the PC, Nintendo Switch.
Man, I like that game because, that game was really creative. I mean, it was just like how they do those 999 games too, but I just like the way those do those games, and the story was good. The funny, man. I like him interacting with that girl. I just remember, like, he was talking to this woman, like, about the case, like, private detective, and he has this girl who he's like her adoptive father, and she was like, "Hey, well, I'll say I was like," she said something, and he said it was. Yeah, I saw that on the computer or something. He said, "Hey, how'd you get on?" And she said, like, she figured out the password, and what she asked? She asked the term cockle means or something like that.
Oh,
it's like, what's cockle? He said nothing. He said, "You get off my computer." He said, yeah, she always like seeing pervert. It's like some things like magazines. She said, like, "Hey," I said, "Magazine there." Say, "No, I don't." Say, "Those are adults." And get away from there. Get away from it. But yeah, that was good. Yeah, I definitely would have played. I would have played.
All right, Dominic, that's new release for the week. Anything else for the people before we get out of here?
No, I think you're good.
All right. Thank you guys as always for listening. You check us out on Twitter. Dominic is at DStalwart5. I'm at Regulus MB. The podcast is at Superpod, SUPAPOD. Bluesky, we got at superpod.com, at regulusmb.sky.social, and at DinoMan at DominicStalwart.bluesky.social. We also have a website, superpod.com. You can check us out there. It has all of our previous podcasts, as well as links to all the places you can find us, including YouTube, where there's a video version of this podcast, as well as iTunes, YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Audible. And until next time, guys, talk to you later.
All right, see ya.